bar is open. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hit the like button. Come on in. Come on in. Let's go. What up? What up? Salute, 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 everybody. Come on in. Press that like button. Come on in. It's open. We're open for business. Come on in. We are open for business. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Come on in. What up, y'all? What up? What up? Let me turn this music down for a little bit. Can y'all hear me? Happy Saturday. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hit that like button, y'all. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me? Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm your boy, SBK, coming to you live and direct. Coming to you live and direct, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in and press the like button. We're gonna have. Okay, you hear me? Good, 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 good. I'm gonna shout out the chat in a minute, but y'all come on in, man. Hit the like button, and we're gonna have some fun with this tonight, man. I haven't done a live stream on Saturday. My partner in crime has gifted one membership. The great, the very best Triple S Edits has gifted a membership. She has gifted a membership, ladies and gentlemen. And the gifted membership goes to El Cid. Welcome. You made it. I talked to you when we did a live stream. What day was that? Monday, Tuesday? Whatever day that was. And you have become a member thanks to the great Triple S scammers, scoundrels, and scallywags. And y'all look at this great. This is compliments of the great Triple S. Y'all see it? The great Triple S made that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yes, what's your love language? That's what we're going to be talking about. Actually, all of them. Touch me, reassure me, spend time with me, do thoughtful things for me, communicate with me, pray for me, and love me out loud. Love me out loud. Yes. So I want to say shout out to the great Triple S for that. For that, the great fire edits and the just making my channel pop. I want to her go with Joe. I got a lot of people on board. I'm going to thank, appreciate you, business partner, for fixing those people that get membership on Salute Chat, man. Y'all come on in, man. The bar is open. You got anything at the bar on Saturday, you chilling with me, man. We gotta. Do members have to behave? No, El Cid. No, you don't. Be yourself. If you don't drink, pull up some cranberry juice, pull up you some soda. You know what I mean? You don't have to drink. You know what I mean? But this is grown folks' time. You know what I mean? This is grown folks' time. Now let me say some negativity out there in the world. You know, this world is very much crazy. We always talk about world events. You know, I'm gonna have another live stream talking about world events and what's going on in our country. We're gonna do that later on next week, Wednesday. If the sun don't shine. But tonight is a Saturday night. We are all gathered here at the bar, and we are going to have fun. You know, there's a time for everything. You know what I mean? There's a time to laugh. There's a time to get serious. But tonight, let's let our hair down. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about this, you know what I'm saying? And let's get into it, all right? And I got somebody in the back chat that is going to be coming up here, because the basis of what we're talking about today is because of something, and we're going to get into that. But I'm going to shout out the chat because I have home training, ladies and gentlemen. And so my bro Kevin Corponen is in the house. Shout out to the day one Kevin Corponen. Shout out to our attorney and big sis. It's just ETV. Label you that first. So shout out to Kevin Corponen. Shout out to the bestie. You heard what she says. She's welcoming everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. And y'all do that. Y'all shout out to the bestie. Shout out to the beautiful Who Dat. Salute to you, sweetheart. Salute, salute, salute. The beautiful Tina Marie is. Now, thank you. Shout out to Ryan. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. I appreciate you. My little bro, Real Odds and Evens. Shout out to you. Salute to you. Who else we got up in here? I'm not trying to miss anybody. I'm not trying. El Cid, we don't want you to be behaved. All right? Be yourself. Lovely Rachel is in the house. Rachel, how are you, love? Riders for Life, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Fantastic. How are you? Thank you for coming through, love. I appreciate you. My big bro, Diesel, the motivated trucker. I will be mentioning him. He is, I want to say shout out to my big bro right here. He is one of the reasons he gave me this idea to come up with this show. And we'll explain that, you know what I mean? So shout out to my bro. Shout out. And all of y'all are speaking to each other. So y'all hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, you know what I mean? Y'all pull up a seat at the bar, you know what I mean? Your boy is live and direct. We're gonna have some fun with this. Ladies, you know, and gentlemen, I want full participation. Full participation, and your boy is going to bring it. Your boy's going to bring it. Yes, sir. I want to say shout out to my bro, Diesel, and we're going to get into him and a young lady that I got in the back chat are the reason why I came up with this. Now, you know, in times past, I've talked about love languages before, right? We've touched on different aspects of the 5 love languages, right? And of course, this month, this month is Men's Mental Health Month, right? And I'm not going to get into, this is not a time to feel sorry for ourselves or anything like this. This is a time to have fun, even though we are talking about mental health and the 5 love languages. They are intertwined, ladies and gentlemen. They are really intertwined. And so, I'm gonna bring the bestie up. All right, the young lady that's the up and comer. Are you ready? I'm gonna bring you up. You're not cammed up, but I'm gonna bring you up anyways. Are you good to come up? All right. So I'm gonna drop the link for y'all, like I always do on Saturday nights. But I want to lay the groundwork. All right. Now look, what I've learned ever since being a content creator, I've learned in my chats there's a lot of lovely ladies that follow the SBK channel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful because the simple fact is, you ladies speak your mind. Every last one of you beautiful ladies speak your mind. You all come from different walks of life. The fellas in the chat, you know what I mean? We're all on the same page. All right. But you know what makes a chat interesting and what makes a chat fun is when you have, of course, when you have the dynamic of the man and the woman, right? Of course, you got different, we're different, you know what I'm saying? But in that dynamic, you're going to have differences of opinion, you know what I mean? And so, like I always say, you know what I mean? Your voice belongs in this conversation. Your voice always belongs in this conversation because I welcome different aspects and different opinions, all right? And this subject tonight about love languages is no different. So we're going to have fun tonight. And you guys, you know, LC, I don't want you to worry about misbehaving. All right. You know, so you be yourself. All of you be yourself. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, I got my lovely Bessie. Are you ready? You ain't picking your nose back there in the back chat, are you? Not scratching your booty or anything like that. You're not, you know, not digging in your armpit. So I'm bringing you up. Here we go. Not picking. All right, here we go. What it do? What it do, Bestie? You're on mute. You're on mute. There you go.
Hey, everyone. Hey, DR.
Hey, DR. The lovely DR is in the house. Yes, yes, yes. Now look.
Real odds. Larry, thank you for being here.
Yep. Larry is here. So, Bestie, I told you with short notice that I got this idea from you and from my bro, Diesel. Diesel has been a friend of mine for years, ladies and gentlemen. He has been a gym bro of mine, somebody I looked up to. He's like, you know, like an older brother to me, you know what I'm saying? Diesel is family, you know what I'm saying? In fact, me, Diesel, and Joe, you know what I'm saying? We always talk behind the scenes about whatever. You know, we send each other stuff. We motivate each other, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Social media doesn't have to be about contention all the time. We see that enough. Life doesn't have to be about contention all the time. So I'm thankful for my bestie, and I'm thankful for people like Diesel, and I'm thankful for my other brothers, Jimbo and Walt, and those guys. You know, those guys always push me to think outside of the box. You know, we might not have, you know what I'm saying, might have difference of opinions, but I love those guys. You know, they push me. Joe pushes me. Big Sis pushes me. You know what I'm saying? The lovely only Just Jay. What's going on, love? How are you? So, without further ado, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about. And what's your love language? Is it actually all of them? Touch me, reassure me, spend time with me, do thoughtful things for me, communicate with me, pray for me, and love me out loud. You know what I'm saying? So,
I wonder who said all that.
Huh? What you say?
I said, I wonder who said all that.
I wonder who said all that. So, if you don't mind, Bestie, can you give us some? I'll let you give us some. Give everybody in YouTube land, social media land, some groundwork as to. First of all, let me share something with you guys, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'll let Bestie talk. All right, and the image that I want to present is this is the image that I want to present, ladies and gentlemen. Do y'all see that? All right. This is actually an Instagram post that Bestie Thrive and Glow with Joe posted on Instagram, and
reposted,
right. The Made for Lover Girls is the one that actually reposted it. So I screenshot it and to save it to share with you guys. And if you can't see, if you can't see it, there it is right there. What's your love language? Actually, all of them: touch me, reassure me, spend time with me, do thoughtful things for me, communicate with me, pray for me, and love me out loud. All right, so take it away, Bestie. Go ahead. What do you
Well, that's something that I completely. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? That's something that I completely, and you mentioned it, you touched on it. You've actually had a live before where you've talked about the 5 love languages, and there's people out there in YouTube land and social media land that they'll tell you immediately what love language they are, right? And that's that's their take on what they believe and whatever. But this post, when I saw this post spoke exactly what I believe. And I don't always talk about this stuff because I've mentioned it many, many times. I'm not out there. I'm not out in these streets. I haven't been out in these streets for a very, very long time. And we don't have to talk about that because this is not my genre, right? But if I get out there to talk about it, this is what I believe. I believe all of it is my love language. All of it. Looking at this statement, I don't necessarily see someone asking for too much if you speak about it all. I see someone expressing multiple ways to feel loved and valued. That is what speaks to me. But honestly, yes, I was having the conversation and I had, hey, Uncle L, fantastic. Hey, guys.
Uncle L, what's going on, bro?
For me, as I was having a conversation, the reason I shared it with you, because our buddy felt that was something that you should talk about, because we agreed, Larry, we agreed that communication is probably the most missed of them all. Hey sis, hey babe. Communication is probably, in my opinion, missed of them all. Now, I feel in my like it's stated, I feel all of them are important. But for me, the bigger conversation is probably communication. But here's the kicker, and I'm going to share, this is my take, only my take, and my opinion only.
Okay.
Too often, in my opinion, in relationships or friendships or even families, we assume that people know what we need. And that's where communication comes in. We expect people to understand us without ever having a clear conversation about what makes us feel appreciated or what makes us feel supported or loved, right? I think the truth is, people, we're not mind readers. I'm not a mind reader. I don't, just because we may have talked about it before, or it may have been, it may be something that has been discussed before, I'm still not a mind reader. And me personally, because of things, everybody's gone through different things in their life. And so because of what we've gone through in our life, we don't assume nothing. I don't assume anything. So if something is not brought to the table for me personally, I don't assume jack. So one person may show love through actions. And another person may need quality time. Someone else may need words of affirmation, right? Or reassurance all the time. But not one person is necessarily wrong because of the way they perceive love. they may simply just be speaking different languages to each other. So I don't read anybody's mind. And if you didn't tell me how you accept what I'm giving, then I don't know it, right? I'm just giving what I'm giving. And then we never actually discuss, this is the way I'm showing my love, right? Because not everybody's going to take the time to see that, oh, that's Joe showing her love by cooking for you. Joe showing her love by being there all the time. You don't have to ask for Joe to be there, but Joe's there. But you may not even understand that that's how Joe's showing her love because we never discussed it. So it's nobody's wrong. In my opinion, you're not wrong for not understanding it. We just never discussed it. And that's how I think, because communication is something that is failed.
Right. Great. Shout out to Big Sis in the chat. Disrupt and discuss. Hey, Big Sis. Now, you guys, I look at y'all's statements. El Cid says some of them repel me. I want you to, and then El Cid said, I'm very suspicious of words of affirmation. I want you to explain yourself, El Cid, and Joe here is agreeing with you. All right, we'll get back to that. And then, I'm trying to stay on topic with my sermon, bro, because I'm getting to it because this is what I want to read what bro said, and I want again shout out to y'all, to Diesel and to Joe, because one of the things that Diesel said, that the last one, which is communication, he said that one doesn't exist anymore. And he's talking about communication. And he said that's something that I needed to talk about on my show. We're talking about it today. And he said, I'm reading his text to us. And he said social media has killed communication, in his opinion. And this is what he was saying right here. He says, in my opinion, social media has messed up real human interactivity. But first, we'll go back to that. So Bessie, you see how El Cid said some of them repel her, and she's talking about words of affirmation. And you were shaking your head. I thought your head was about to bobble off. You was about to bobble off. It was about to go crazy. All right.
I agree.
So explain yourself. Riders agrees too. So y'all, all of y'all, man, I'm loving the chat. I
want El Cid. Can you come up? Can you come up to share yours? See, the thing is,
Cid,
like,
the link,
in
by the way,
my opinion.
Hold on, Joe. The link is pinned, ladies and gentlemen. The link is pinned. I just pinned it. So go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Because in my opinion, so like, if somebody, like for me, I was talking to my uncle a little while ago, and that's why I was a little late getting on here.
Shout out to
on
Uncle
the back.
Romeo.
On the back end, we were talking about it, and I told him, I mentioned to him what the topic was, and he, he has his opinions about. He always, like, he sees things that I'll post or whatever, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're gonna get all these men hitting up on you and all this, right?" This is what my uncle has always told me, and I was telling him, I said, but in all honesty, and there, Timo, shout out to Timo. Timo is another one of our day ones, your day ones. Timo is also another one that has always said, "Oh my God, Joe, I know you be in the gym and they're just hitting on you," right? But that's not a fact, right? And so I was talking to my Uncle Romeo, like, that's what people think all the time. That people, hey, I said what I said.
Hey, Queen, what's going on?
All the time, people think that I have men hitting on me all the time, right? And I'm by myself. I'm not with anyone else. I'm by myself. Okay. And they think that people will hit on me or men will hit on me, but they really don't, y'all, because there is such a problem. Men do not communicate. Men will watch from afar and they will not approach you. They won't approach you. They won't approach me. They won't approach me, right? And but because there's a lack of communication, and if somebody, in all honesty, this is where I think El Cid was probably coming, because in all honesty, and I'm going to be transparent, if a man just came and it's that has happened, if a man just came and started telling me lovey-dovey things, then I would see them and think BS. Like, come on. Like, I'm thinking negative by what they're saying because they're just saying things out of the blue without even trying to get to know me. You know, like for me, in your questionnaire, in your little questionnaire, your poll that you have, by the way, Bestie does have a poll out there, y'all. Yeah. And my answer to that poll was friendship, because in my opinion, you can't come approach me if you don't know me. So if you can't give me a word of affirmation if you don't know me first, that's my opinion. That's how I see things. Hey, El Cid, I'm going to shut up so you can talk. Because I know you're thinking about what I'm saying.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you for coming through, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to come up.
Absolutely.
When I said the words repel me, it wasn't in a sense of somebody initially coming up to talk to me, because I am married, been married going on 9 years this year. Okay. And even then, the words,
congratulations.
Thank you, the words are hollow to me. I was raised around a whole lot of slick, smooth talkers. And I know it could be full of hot air. I need to see action. I need to see words in action. You can tell me anything, but can you show me everything? You know, that's my part of it. I have no problem. I like to listen to players play their game. Back when I was dating, I listen, because this ain't no game that hasn't been played before. You ain't got no new game.
Right.
It's just wash, rinse, and repeat. That's all. But no, the words repel me, because I'm like, the words, you could say anything. And that's why I am a different person. I am an actions person. I will, you know, acts of service is also how I like to present as well, because I can say anything, but will I actually show up and do those things?
Gotcha.
And here's the thing. So I want to mention, so because you're like that, when you meet someone, that other person needs to know that about you, right? For you to gel with the other person that you are trying to talk to or trying to get to know or trying to vibe with, right? If they don't know that about you, then you're going to have a problem if you didn't communicate those things with each other, right? Because
I also need to see how they show up. I need to see how they show up. I can't just demand that my person or expect them to adjust. I like to see how they show up, see how they're comfortable first, till I'm like, well, that ain't working for me. How about we try this? But I'm not going to initially ask them to change.
True, because you don't want them to be fake. You want them to
I don't know if I want them either. The adjustment comes with if I want you to stay.
Right. I hear you. What I've found a lot of in experiences with friends is when there's certain people who show their love by action, like what you're talking about. They show their love. They don't speak on their love. They don't speak about it. And if you try to ask them, they're going to get some attitude. But they're very action based. If they're very action based and they pay attention to detail, but you don't know they're paying attention to detail, right? but they'll pay attention to the detail, and then there's times that they'll surprise you, and they'll just take care of something because they see it and they already know it's coming, right? And that's the person that is actually paying attention and being actionable. But you know what I've found is those people will not communicate to anyone else, and they'll fantasize about the people who aren't really accepting of what they are giving. You know what I mean? Like they will be out there fantasizing about people that they think they vibe with, right? But they're really so okay. Here's the thing. Here's what I believe. You know, when we talked about social media causing issues, okay, I believe social media has caused people to escape what real life is. Social media causes people to escape the real world. Go, Elsid. Go.
Point of order. It's the people, how they use the social media. Because I'm gonna have to say, okay, I was a dating app girly. I met my first husband that way in AOL chat room, and my second husband met him on a dating app. So I have a little nuance in that. How I used it is different. So I can see how some people use it, but how I think it's also the user. How are you using this tool? Yes. Because for me, social media is a tool. It is not a highway. But I do see your point. I do see your point.
I agree because I've been afraid. Yes. I've been afraid to use it the way you've used it. I've had all my girlfriends tell me, girl, you need to go create a dating app. And I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean? So I've been afraid. So when I hear you saying it, that's how you used it. I'm like,
but you see, I'm a barracuda. So
what? What's a barracuda?
You see, you know, they made a song about it. You know, man eater, you more terrified about me than I am about them. Okay? Different breed. A completely different breed, okay? That's why, you know, when I was in my dating phase and stuff, and this guy was like, oh, you don't ask me where I am, what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm out here. Why I gotta be worried about you for? You should be worried about where I am. So I'm a different breed. So I'm not gonna be the one I wasn't the one sitting on the sideline waiting for you to call me. You better hope that somebody can call me first and I'm gone. Okay?
Right.
So I wanna say shout out to my boy Fenici. Salute to my boy Fenici. The lovely Foxy is in the house. My bro, a brother of a certain age, is in the house.
Foxy.
I said Foxy. Salute to all of y'all, man. Salute to all of y'all. The link is pinned, I believe. The link is in the chat. Y'all come on up, man. Let's talk about it. DR says, I like LC. I told her, DR, don't be on her best behavior. This is
still my best behavior, okay? If you see me on Messy Member Mondays,
Mondays.
Yes, that's where I get risque with my people.
Look here, you need to start coming on the bar. It's getting really risque. What's going on, Real? What's going on, bro?
What's going on? What's going on, beloved? How you feeling?
What's happening, bro?
What's going on, Joe? What's going on, Elsid? How y'all doing this evening?
We are at the hard chilling.
Oh no, I think it's my family. I got them watching you too. They need to step up out of there. Hold on, can you still hear it?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. Yes. So what you got on it, bro? You do? That's so weird. You know what? Let me step on out and then come back in.
I think it's not. Oh yeah, it's still good. Okay. Yeah, he had. Queen. He got
yes.
Bad reception.
Hey, Lisa.
Lisa, how are you, love? Lisa, how are you? Yeah, that was bro that just left, Uncle L. The link is pinned, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all come on in and chill with your boy. You know what I mean? Anyway, so back to the, I totally agree, but with UL said about social media. Social media is a tool. It's a wonderful tool. Just like with any other tool that you have in life, whether it's physical or internet-wise, whatever. It's just the people that take those tools and they pervert it. You know what I mean? Or they use
how
it.
You use it. Mm-hmm.
Exactly how you use it. And I'm glad the internet is not evil. It's the people that's evil, right? So the thing about it is that he's back. The thing about it is, let me add him to the stage. The thing about it is, y'all, is that people hide behind the internet, and I've said this a lot of times, that people hide behind the internet and they can be whoever they want to be behind the internet, and they can stunt and front and so on. But only you know when you look in the mirror who you really are. You know what I'm saying? And
some people lie to that mirror too now. Come on.
They do, but they know deep down inside. They lie to themselves. But down deep inside, they'll see it. Down deep inside, I truly believe that if you're an asshole, you're a complete asshole. You know you're an asshole. You know what I mean? You can lie to yourself all you want to, but you know that you're an asshole. But everybody
needs an asshole.
You can be an asshole. You can be an asshole. There's nothing wrong with being an asshole, but be an asshole when it costs to be an asshole. That's what I say. Angie, how are you, love? Great live that you had, love. Great live. Angie. Real, you still got feedback, but it's all good, bro. What you got on it?
So for the most part, I agree with what a lot of y'all say. I can only be up here about 15, 20 minutes because I got to get ready to go to work. But so when it comes to like whatever y'all was talking about, right, with the communication, with the intimacy and all that stuff, I think it also depends on the situation, because we have to remember there's different aspects that call for that, right? There's friendship, there's relationships, there's like codependencies, there's situationships, and I know certain people might frown upon that, but to each their own. And depending on what scenario you're in, there's going to be a give and take on intimacy, on communication, on friendship, and all this kind of stuff, right? When you have a situationship, right, you have to realize what that particular scenario is. When certain things arise, we can't sit there and expect something else from someone that we might want when it's a situationship at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is at that moment. And then sometimes we can't trick or fool ourselves into thinking that certain things can arise where it's like, well, I'm hoping this person will get together. I hope this person chooses me. I hope I can get a great friendship out of this. I hope I can get great intimacy out of this. The chemistry is good. The sexual, ineptness of the spark is there. But just because that is there doesn't mean that we're going to get everything else that comes along with it. We have stepped into a new stage of things where I think a lot of these things have to be discussed, right? And I do agree with y'all where, yes, there are certain men who are tricking people with their words, where it's like, oh, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to lather you up and good you on up and oil you on up just to diddy you on in the end. And it's just like, I get what women kind of go through with that. But now I think if we put things on the table nowadays, let's be honest, y'all, the dating pool is kind of messed up. It's kind of tainted. We're trying to look for us and other people, and it's like there's few and far of us in between. just isn't the same thing as what it is. And like I said, so many people are able to put on masks and all this kind of stuff. That's what I mean. I just like being me. It's like you get what you get. It's like you get the motivation, you get the funny, you get this, you get that. And I am who I am in real life, the same type of person. Like a lot of people who up here, I help people, I do things. They rather not have their business put out there. But if people truly knew who I was and how I am a very helpful person, people would, like, I guess, have a different, opinion of me. Now, when it comes to, I guess, relationships, don't go into a relationship with somebody who hasn't either fully healed or is it trying to heal. You're not going to get the fullness out of them. You're going to get the trauma that comes along with them, because the thing is, if they think that, oh, I can just deal with certain things with sex and I can lie and not tell the truth on certain things, you're not going to get a good friendship out of that. Because you can be with somebody, you can be married to somebody, you can be inside a relationship with somebody and still not be a good friend. Again, it all depends on what you want. That's when compromise comes in, right? So if you're good with your words and communication, right, but all somebody else is good is with intimacy and all this kind of stuff, sometimes you might have to teach each other in the very beginning of what you might want, because somebody's love language is going to be different from somebody else's love language. And once we see these things, it's just like, we can't get mad if that's not going to be given. But I get it. You are allowed to get mad is when somebody tricks you and acts like that's part of their whole package. Like, oh, I got all this and all that. And then a few months in, that stuff becomes non-existent. They just did it just to get you.
But are we honest and communicating upfront?
Well, most people are. I know I am. I'll be telling them, like, look, this is what I want. Like, even with friendships. A lot of people think things are going to fall into place. Like, a lot of people, I think, live in a fairy tale land where we think, okay, like, we all know what a relationship is supposed to be, right? Like, all of us, we're grown adults. We know. So we don't have to truly necessarily put it out there, because we know what we expect. Like, people aren't dumb. They know what goes into a relationship. So should we have to say something?
Yes,
you do.
Because while you think situationship, he may be thinking relationship. So we got to say what it is. Because when I was dating my husband, I said from jump, I ain't looking to get married a second time. From jump. And then when it changed for him, he communicated. So we got to communicate from jump.
Well, you know what? You did the right thing. But I guess what ended up is some people want to change somebody else's mindset. Like, I think they hope and wish, like, that's how certain, like, men, I tell them, be careful, because some of my colleagues that I used to know, they, oh, this girl's beautiful, she's this, she that, but she's kind of for the streets. But then to them, they're like, well, I'm fixing to show her what a good time is. I'm going to turn into a hoe, into a housewife. I'm going to take all my money and show her and say, you could do all that you want. And it's like, it's not going to work if that's not truly what they want. You can give all the bells and whistles and show that you're an upstanding man. Some of these people just don't have nothing to offer.
I just think from communication, you need to say it from jump. Really from jump. But here, when I was dating, I have a lot of brothers could not handle that strict communication from jump.
You're right. And that's kind of how some men are. Unfortunately, they like to kind of just lead inside of a certain way where it's just like things fall into place. That's not all men, but if most men are speaking and I guess going into a relationship in the traditional sense, that's the way that they think things are gonna happen. Like, like, let's look at SBK, right? He's an upstanding man. He got good values. He got a job. You know what I'm saying? He work out. You know what I'm saying? He got a good voice on him, all this kind of stuff. And he's probably, oh yeah, I can do this and that, like a traditional man. He's gonna expect and then something to fall into place. with the female that he is, because if he's already presenting himself in that manner, like, yo, I'm one of them dudes. Like, I'm one of them dudes.
All his business on the street.
Well, you know. No, but, I mean, that's just what he exudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what he exudes. So it's just like, shouldn't your countenance of who you are kind of speak to itself? Like, some people, they don't have to speak. Like, their work ethic, their morals, what they do, it just kind of speaks for itself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just aren't stupid. They just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't have to say it. Your platter's put there.
Some people can't read between the lines. Some people cannot, wade through the water and get to the other side. So that's why you got to say it plainly. Okay. You got to say it, what you're entering, looking for, what you expect out of this encounter. You've got to say the stuff plainly in, speak at a 6th grade level so that it's clearly comprehended and understood. Don't try and zhuzh it up too much. You got to speak plainly to people.
You still got to speak. Nobody's a mind reader. That's what I was saying. Nobody should just be expected. Nobody should be expected to read your mind and to know these things or to read between the lines. You shouldn't expect that, because you really still don't know real life.
That's why there's people out here thinking that they are good performers between the sheets, and they ain't. They ain't got no communication with a proper performance evaluation, okay? That's
Come on now.
Out here thinking that.
I mean, I you know what? I agree with y'all completely, because I'm just going to be honest, like in my youthful days, what y'all saying has totally a whole lot of value. I would encounter certain women who were upfront with me, right? Believe it or not, this is the God's honest truth. A lot of the females I've encountered, they would be just so upfront with like how y'all speaking. I can validate what y'all saying. They're like, I like you, you're a cool person, but I don't really want the whole this, that, or the long term. I just want to have fun with you. Like, it would be like that. And I would just be kind of bewildered. It was just kind of like like, I just want to use you for this and I don't care. So they were upfront with it. Like, you're the guy I want to have fun with. You're the guy I want to do this with. But right now, I just, they were upfront and honest. So some women are like that. You're right. Like, I've encountered not that I've been with hundreds of women, but you know what I'm saying? You're right. So y'all are on to something.
In your Carfax.
Huh?
We not checking your Carfax.
Right. No, but I'm validating what y'all saying. I think women are a little bit more upfront what they want. Like, for some odd reason, now y'all got me thinking. I can validate that. So maybe if people were both, you know what I'm saying, upfront. But I guess as people get older, then it changes. It's like, then it becomes well, I want this and I want me a man and who gonna do this and that. And it's like, well, you had that when you were younger, and now that, you know what I'm saying, you done been ran through and this and happened and you done found the Lord, now you want to settle down, No, it be being like that. And I'm like, no, you want to settle down now? You done all ran through and soaked down and melted like a witch. I'm good.
Whoa. Okay. Now, just for folks who don't know me, I hope we talking about the men who ran through too, because I hope we ain't just laying it on the sister side, because there's a whole lot of words, in a direction to call a lady who is out there. There's very few about a man. So I'm a very equal opportunity, checking the Carfax and speaking on it. But
no, men too. The ladies who know me inside this chat know I'll be being on the women's side. So men too. I'm just speaking this just for this moment. But like, yes, men too, they be running through everything, and then all of a sudden they reach a certain age and it's like, I want to settle down. Yeah, you want to settle down because your package don't work. You ain't doing the things like you used to. Looking for a nurse to try to help you take your pills and all this kind of stuff. And I love you, boo. And here I got my social security check come in, and if you be with me, I promise you this life insurance policy. I know how it be. tricking women to be with them. And it's like you don't all ran through and your thing don't work. I know. So men too. And it's like, who wants that? I'm not being mean, but it's just, I get it. We off topic. No, we not.
Listen, okay.
Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry. But you guys are talking about communication. El Cid was talking about how folks need to, from the very jump, people need to get shit understood, right? You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I want to ask you this, El Cid, and then I know Joe and Real, I know y'all gonna chime in. I know Joe, but I want to specifically ask El Cid, we'll go around. The link is pinned, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Now come on up. El Cid, do men and women, do they communicate differently? Because when we're talking about communication, communication.
Yeah, they communicate differently.
Okay, and I want you to explain. But the thing about it is,
it's also individual.
Okay, go ahead and explain.
It's also individual because I'm not a typical lady. Okay, you see how I'm, verbal and mouthy and all that stuff.
I see that. So,
not very typical. We were taught to be seen and not heard, and I lost that lesson very early. Gentlemen do, communicate differently. Again, they can communicate via words, by deeds and actions and stuff like that. For the men I have encountered, and for my husband, acts of service is definitely a communication skill they possess from jump. So that's how you even can get close to me, because your communication style is very similar and one that I am receptive to. So, but yes, we do communicate differently.
You're right. And can I touch into something that's even more part of the subject? We have to understand this, y'all. We are in a time and a day and age where some people, like, even though they're grown adults, they do not know how to communicate or communicate effectively. They don't. They do not. And then the way that they communicate now is through anger or through this, or I'm gonna do that, or I'm gonna try to flirt with other women or other men inside your face. Like, that's just these are the things that I'm seeing inside the dating pool. Like, people don't know how to communicate anymore. It's almost like people have lost this ability to communicate effectively or properly. Because, like, think about it.
You look like you
it's the truth. Like, why do you think people be divorcing or relationships don't work? Because people are not communicating effectively. It's like they become mad and upset with certain things, and instead of communicating with you properly, it's like when you try to communicate, because they don't know how to receive that communication, by them not knowing how to communicate properly, it turns into, I don't want to hear it, or I don't know what to say with this or that. And then that's when anger starts. That's when distance starts. Like, people have forgotten how to communicate effectively. Like, we're so, pulled up inside social media and this and that, like, there's proof in this. Like, people go off looks and stuff online, right? Where were the days where people were meeting in supermarkets, meeting in Barnes and Nobles, meeting at the park, meeting at the skating rink, talking to people, now.
Before you person. Oh, now.
Go ahead.
Come on now, we're going off looks when we meet in the person in the grocery store, at the park, or the roller skate rink. We still went off of looks. It was just in person. I ain't gonna put that on social media. Before you approach a lady, even at a bar, aren't you going to be seeing what she look like?
I mean, that's true, but then what comes out of her mouth next can be a turnoff to me. You could look good all you want, but it's like, if you on some other mess, like, I can tell a woman's countenance. Like, if you want some super sexy red type stuff and all this, like, I used to be attracted to certain stuff like that when I was younger, but now it's just like, no, you could look good all you want. It has to be a package with it, because what comes out your mouth can just turn me off. Like, it could just be a turn off. But Online is a whole different story. Like so many people, it's like they could present the best picture and this and that, you know, like it's just something about online. Like I can't explain it fully, but it's like I know what I see and what people are doing. And it's like this whole package deal or something, like, you know, like these females could just, you know, and the men could just be gawking behind it, like, oh, here, take all my money. Oh, here's this, here's that. Woman could sit there and this and that, and then it's like she could be the fantasy of your dreams, but then in real life, just be like, same thing with a man.
Supply and demand.
Well, yeah. You're right, but is that truly what we need? Like, you know, that's when it goes off lust. I mean, I know we want what we want, and yes, a lot of us do want something that's appealing to the eye, but it's like, what's appealing to the eye, is that what's really appealing to your spirit and your soul? You're just looking at a husk that looks good, and then when you get it, it's just like your peace is out the window, your solace is out the window, you got a whole lot of chaos going on, and it's not what you thought it was. But it's like you're gonna force you to try to make it one, because you're looking at it for face value. Like, well, this is what I like the way it looks. I'm gonna force it to work.
No, I just thought he meant a different kind of peace, and I had to get my head out the gutter. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Did you see the way I thought? I was like, man, your peace in the dirt.
No. I meant peace, like PEACE, like that kind of peace. But some people will give up their peace just to have what they want. You know, like just to not be alone, just to get their physical flesh needs met. You know, like it just happens. And that's why you see people going through crazy stuff and everything, and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you going through all this? But because they're so enamored by like the sex or the look and the communication and all that stuff is not there, they're willing to push past that just for their 3D material needs. Like it just, we all know that. Like people might come up here and, like, I'm not saying you, but you know how people be like, no, blah, blah, this is that. But I've seen people stuck inside situations where it's like, the communication is bad, this and that, but because the person looks good or they're giving them great dingling or great clams, excuse my language, y'all, they stick around. Like I'm not like, listen, I work in a field where I see this all the time in the tri-state area, so people can say all they want. I'm around this. I'm in the urban, I'm in the suburban. I see this all the time. I'm a well-traveled man. Like I see and encounter this all the time.
We are not going to discount that. You know, when people get, you know, that boost of adrenaline, you know, it certainly scrambles the marbles that they have in their mind. All the blood from their brain goes elsewhere. We're not going to discount that. But what happens when you come back down to earth? Are you communicating?
And most people aren't. I think when people do communicate, and I get the gist of what this discussion is, communication needs to be put through in the beginning. But when you come back down to earth and people do communicate, what ends up happening is the communication comes too little too late. It comes too little too late. Like now people want to, let me put my foot down. Let me tell you what I want. Let me tell you what I need. And at that point, it's like a little too late. Some people it might work. But go ahead.
Here's the thing for me, and I hear this a lot with folks. You communicate, and we're communicating right now. But communication also means receiving. So while we're communicating at someone, are they receiving the message we are intending for them to receive?
They receive what they want to receive. People hear what they want to hear. Or like they hear you, but then they let it go through.
Responsibility to make sure your message is being received properly by that other person, because you wish to be understood, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with that. But some people are so hard up for people. Like it's just like I see it go on so much that it's like they know that they're not being received, but I think the hope is there, or they see, like, what's that word that people, and I tell people stop doing that off potential. I see potential in this one, and there's potential and hope and all that stuff. And I think people get stuck in that that sense, because then the people know what you want and they know what you're communicating, and then they end up breadcrumbing you. So they give you a little bit, and it keeps people stuck in this perpetual notion of, well, they're hearing some of what I'm saying and they're going to breadcrumb, and knowing that they're just stringing that person along, but they're giving you just enough to make you think that you're being heard and that they're meeting your needs, but it's just, they're giving you end slices. That's what they're doing.
They're playing you.
Yeah.
But we, in our communication, in our level of understanding, you know, and I have kids, and I have one kid that is autistic, and I had to learn a lesson through my kid of, you know, something as simple as, tell me what you think I just said. Tell what did you just receive from me? Something as simple as that would, you know, kind of weed through any kind of miscommunication, because as you said, people hear what they want to hear. Okay, so if I said it this way and you heard something else, at least I want you to say it back to me. Then I know you heard, or that you heard me correctly and you decided to do what you wanted to do anyway. So then I don't have to misunderstand at all. Did you really hear me, or are you being a contrarian?
And you are totally right on that. But like, for what you were saying, in accordance to what Wanda like said earlier, some people, I know people don't want to hear this, but some people have to be taught certain things, right? And this is my opinion. If you care about the person and that person has a willingness to want to learn to how to communicate, where you're seeing that they're putting forth effort, that's a whole different story. But I know like everybody's not going to adhere to that, because people are certain ages, right? We've been through things. We're like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be teaching somebody that. So maybe in certain younger generations, maybe. But I get what y'all are saying. At a certain age, we should be at a point where this should be understood. Like, you know, in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, it should just be something that's there. But we have to understand that some people grow older in age, but they don't grow older in, I won't say their mentality, but their moralistic ways. Like, they're just stuck in doing the whole kit and caboodle. Like I be seeing it, and it'd be crazy seeing certain women and men do things in their older years, and it's just like, when are you gonna like wise up? But some just don't want to, you know?
But everybody receives and gives communication in a different light. So if you are dating someone, you have to learn how to probably tweak your communication to that person. You know, you don't communicate with mom the same way you communicate with dad, or you communicate with grandma. You know, it's communication has to be different for each individual person. So when you're saying somebody should be, you know, should already know this when they're at a particular age, I'm kind of like, the communication style or how it's received or how it's given has to be tweaked for the person receiving it. So I understand what you're saying. I understand the point that you're making, but for each person, it's different. It's like, you know, how I communicate with my husband is not how I communicated with him when we were dating. Even within a relationship, your communication patterns may change.
That's a good point. I have a theory on that too. I think that people, right? I think every 10 years, every decade that goes past, like when you from your 20s and 30s to 30s to 40s, 40s to 50s, there's a change in your decade of a mindset of thought of how you go about things in society. And people have to realize that even with you're with somebody, or if you're not with somebody, or if you're married or not, when you're with somebody, every 10 years, your levels of communication and how you communicate are going to change. And that's a fact. Because there's
changes in the day.
Oh boy.
It changes in the day. If I'm hungry, it's going to change.
Yeah, and that happens with women, because certain women are emotional creatures, but same thing with men. Some men are very super emotional. You know, it's just like, sometimes I think certain things are switched. It's just like, I'm just be looking at certain situations, I'm like, wait, who's the man or woman inside this relationship? this woman is very like stand, strong inside her ways, and the man is the one, and it just, but that's just the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But what do you do inside of a situation, y'all, right? Where it's just like your needs are going to change. Like as people get older, right? When you reach that 30 to 40, that 40 to 50, to 50 to 60, you can be with your mate or be with your husband, but you still have to have that communication because things are going to change. Like, right? A woman could go through this. Woman could start going through hot flashes. Her sexual things are going to change. Or a man, he might not want to be doing this and going out all the time. He might be on his grown and sexy. She might be on her, you know what? I want to start going on dates to fine dining restaurant. You're going to change.
Why
like, you're
not
gonna
just grown and sexy and she on the hot flashes? I'm listening to you.
But that's when she needs to start taking black cohosh and stop eating so much sodium, and that'll help with the hot flashes. Yes, I know about that.
I'm gonna need to lay off for you because I'm hearing it and I've been letting it slide. But I'm hearing the man is getting grown and sexy, and the woman is getting debilitating issues. I'm hearing it. I'm just saying.
No, it's not like no. I don't mean no. I'm actually for the woman. No, so my thing is, right, I'm putting this out there so men can hear this, right, to be able to deal with women at a certain age. Like me, like when I was younger, I dated a woman that was going through all that, and I understood it, and I still stuck by her side. Like she was going through all that stuff. So this is why I say it, right? It's not that we don't, okay, men, yeah, they go through with their wiener schnitzels not working and all that stuff. But women go through the hot flash stage, right? Right? So men got to be able to handle that and communicate with that too. It's like that's a whole new threshold for a woman to go through. Like I'm putting this out there for the men who don't know about that so they can understand this thing. If they go through that and through that period in life, we got to deal with it because they done dealt with all your crap and all your mess. So when they go through that stage, like I'm saying this so it could be an open topic for people to understand, because some people
No.
Here's what I meant. I meant that he seemed to be getting fine like wine as he gets older. And in your choice of words, we are becoming old and crotchety. That's what it's sounding like. I know that's not what you're trying to say, but what you're communicating is that we are getting shriveled up into dust, and the man is going on, and he is getting better with age.
And that communication.
But
hold on.
Okay.
Bro says, no, we not co-signing wieners. bro, bring your ass up here. Get on up here. Get on up here. Get on up here, bro. Get on up here. Yeah, that echo is coming for real. He got some, but
he got work.
Yeah. He's muting up whenever, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Real.
So, well, like, all right. It's not that I'm trying to say that, but like, let's even look at society. Like when we reach a certain age, I think women and men need to have a certain respect for one another, right? Like, let's look at the world of like movie theaters and music and all that stuff. It's just like, there's this stigmatism that men can do things in their 50s and 60s, but women, once they reach a certain age, they can't do it. Like, look at a 50-year-old male rapper. Like, if you look at like Jay-Z or Dame Dash and all that stuff, they're allowed to still do things, right? But then if a woman tries to come up there and do that, it's like she gets called this, that, and that. So I'm just going off the societal means of how things are placed, but it's not necessarily true. But it's like we know that that's what. But I don't know. But I don't agree with that. Like I don't agree with that. I'm talking about what society does. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what society does. Me,
what society has also shown is that MC Light and Queen Latifah could still rock the stage. So I'm gonna need you to change up your analogy.
Rock the stage with like oil in their knees. Like, nah, no, it's. Yeah, I'm messing with y'all. Look at SBK's face. Y'all know I got to throw a little controversy up inside here. I'm messing with y'all. No, but it's just like, yes, in a normal world, I agree with what you're saying. But I want to try to do a fixing on how people sees things. Like, I get what you're saying. MC Light, Queen Latifah, yeah, they're doing their thing, but it's just like, we all know what it is, and it needs to be a change. It needs to be a change. Like me, I see age means nothing to me. I don't care if a woman's 40, 30, 60 or something. I'm still going to have the same respect for her. And if she looks good to me, she looks good to me at any age. That's just me. So I get it. Look at SBK's face. Let me stop talking. Let me let somebody else talk before I...
Go ahead. Okay. El Cid, I see you cooking. I've noticed you for the past hour when you do this. Them creative juices up in there is flowing. So I'm gonna let you go ahead. Go ahead and say what you gotta say, and then.
No. He got to go to work. He got to go to work.
Yeah, no, I really do got to get out of here. No, this was definitely a good iron sharpen iron. And yes, some of the things it seemed like I was saying being crazy, but y'all know I'm just adding to the conversation, y'all. It's all love and respect, and I get what y'all saying.
It's all good, bro.
Right. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great, blessed, blissful evening. And this is a great, great, great live. I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you.
All right. Y'all take it easy, y'all.
All right. LC.
And then there was one. Huh? What's up?
Okay, LC, let it cook.
Oh no, I just hear certain things, and when I hear that we're getting old and to dust, and the man is aging like wine, it just irks my nerves. But
No, ain't nothing to whine about them. We are wine. We get better with time. I mean, speak for yourself. I know I get better with time.
No. I was just hearing what he was saying. I was just.
I know what you were saying, but I'm agreeing with you, sister. We get better with time. Thank you. Excuse me. I'm going back in the bushes.
And we ain't got nothing but time, because don't we outlive men according to science? But I ain't going there.
Yes, we do. Yes,
okay.
We do.
Okay.
So Foxy, what you got on it? I know you've been cooking in the chat, and you made a statement. Let me see if I can find it. I think that. Oh yeah, you made a great statement. You said some are stuck in their ways and don't want to change their ways of communicating. Why don't you elaborate on that? Because look, every lady that I have right now, I've just learned something from El Cid. I know about you and Joe. Y'all have either been married or you're currently married, etc. Right? And a lot of folks in the chat that I've grown to know and love are either married or have been married, or they have significant others, right? So I really want you, Foxy, to go ahead and start cooking, because you've been cooking and you've been, giving your opinions in the chat. So the floor is now yours, young lady. Go ahead.
Okay, first I want to say hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, my thing is, I've been dating. I started back dating, haven't been successful, but hey, it's a
Wait. You been dating, Foxy?
Hell yeah! What do you think? I'm dead?
No, I didn't say all that, but I just, I'm like, damn.
No. Okay, yes, I've been dating, and yes, I let them know up front what I'm dating them for, what I don't want from them. And one thing is, I don't want no commitment right now. I just want to have some fun, go out, hang out, talk, have a few drinks, and drop me back off at home. I don't need you coming in my house with no shoes to put under my bed or nothing like that. I need you to turn around, say, have a good night, and go about your business.
Well, basically, so you subscribe to what El Cid, bro said. Foxy, I chill, y'all.
And then I have dated some men that they're stuck in their ways. They are really stuck in their ways. They don't want to change their way of communicating. When you try to talk to them, they sit there and look at you like a deer stuck in a headlight. And you're like, do you understand what I'm saying? Am I talking something that you don't like or something? And they just sit there and say, no. And I'm like, well, you're not saying anything. You're not answering me. There's nothing to say. After a while, I get bored, and I was like, okay, you got to go. I ain't got time for you, because that shows me you don't want to try to communicate. And then when you try to communicate, you're trying to get in my drawers. Well, look, let me explain something to you. You ain't getting in these drawers just like that. You're gonna have to start doing some communication, more than what you're doing. And if you think taking me out and get me some wine and whatever and think you're gonna get in these drawers, that ain't gonna happen. These are locked down. This is pure gold down there.
Because I can buy my own wine.
Thank you. That part. I could buy my own wine. I could buy my own liquor. I could buy my own food. I got a roof over my head, food in my refrigerator. I could do what the hell I want to do. But you ain't gonna take me out to try to do all that to get in my drawers. That ain't gonna happen. And I've been dating a few men that don't know how to communicate. They're stuck in their ways of communicating. They're still trying to do the shit they did back when they was in their 30s and 40s, and they in their 60s and 70s. You can't do that. You got a limp noodle. You ain't got nothing going on with yourself.
No other skills. No other skills.
And then you want to sit back and try to wine and dine me with money and wine. No, boo, no. That ain't gonna happen.
Wait. I got questions.
Now I might have an answer.
He'll see it, and Foxy, y'all gonna have to answer. Y'all talk about these men having limp noodles, and then they'll see you chimed in. No other skills. What are more skills he's got to have? I'm wondering. I want to know.
Your noodle ain't the only gift that God has given you. Okay,
that part. Okay. Tell it, sister. Tell it.
What you do with your hands? What that mouth do? Come on now.
Come on.
No set of skills. So if that noodle no longer works, the whole machine is out of commission. Is that what you're trying to say?
That part.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But we got to be ambidextrous, okay? But you got to get one skill. Okay. Yeah, that ain't going to fly.
Thank you. Y'all shouldn't have had to grown this sexy on here.
I just wanted to know.
I am just making sure I am well aware this is not a member live, so I am
still
no.
This is
to YouTube restrictions.
No. This is fantastic. We keeping it. Y'all are. I understand. You know. So is that what you meant, Foxy?
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly. I mean, look, I'm not here to just look. No. It's more to me than just high and by, hit and miss. I could do that all day long. I can go out here and grab somebody, hit and miss, and keep it going. But I don't need all of that.
Damn.
They listened to Bernie Mac real good when he said all it was 50 push-ups. And some of them barely got 10 push-ups in them. I mean, come on now.
Look, 5.
5?
5. And then someone walk up to you with a little Volkswagen and a great big garage.
What that mean?
You know how the Volkswagen Bug was? Little, small, short. And they got it in the garage and they think that's gonna do something.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to keep it kind of clean. And they come up, and the ones that always talking about blah, 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 I got this, I got that, holding it down there. You ain't got nothing down there but the two sacks, they're just hanging.
Or try to say they'll grow on the show, and they're like, I'm still waiting to see that if it grows.
That part.
Damn. The women are the link is pinned, ladies and gentlemen.
And then now we're not going to jump on the men, are we? Because you got some women out here that's trifling as hell. They don't know how to satisfy a man.
Go on.
I have to go with my brother when he said the hot flashes. Some of them going through the change of life don't realize they're going through the change of life and holler, I don't need a man. But yet every time you turn around, you're going out here getting a plastic toy and trying to satisfy yourself, but you keep saying I don't need a man. or you going over to the women and using a plastic toy to try to satisfy yourself. So stop saying you don't need a man, because you do need a man, because the man is the only one that got the actual toy you want.
Well, they don't need a man. They're saying they need robotics.
Exactly.
Lord have mercy.
And you got some women out here that got a good man that don't know how to hold on to us. They don't know how to communicate to us. I've seen women talk to a man that talks so nasty and mean to the man, and the man is good. I mean, he would do the world for her. I mean, bend over backwards to make sure that she is treated like the queen she should be, and she still would talk to him like he's nothing. And she do it publicly. Them the women I don't like. Them the women I say, can I hit her for you? Can I hit her for you? And I don't condone violence, but that's one time I would hit a woman dead in her mouth.
No, we'll have a meeting in the ladies' room. We'll be back real soon.
Right. Because, I mean, I've seen it. I have actually seen it. I have my brother lived in Charlotte, and I went to one of his cookouts, and there was a woman there with her husband. He's the sweetest man in the world. He would do the world for you, bend over backwards, anything. And she gets in front of people and disrespect him so bad. Shut the F up. You always loud. You this, you that. I mean, when I say disrespect, she disrespect him like he's nothing. And I'm like, and he just sits there and he tries to ignore her. He's trying to walk away from her. She comes behind him yelling and acting a fool. And I'm like, can I hit her? Can I hit her in the mouth? You can't, but can I? Let me have one chance at her. One chance. But you got these women out here, they got a good man, they don't know. The man got A1 credit, you ain't got no credit. You done F your credit all up. You done F your credit all up. He got good credit. If that man left you today, you wouldn't have shit to fall back on. But yet you want to treat him like shit.
What if she's just frustrated?
Ain't nothing frustrated about her.
He sold her a bill of goods and she ain't satisfied.
No, that's the way she is. She's been like that since I known her. She's been pure shit.
Maybe she just never been satisfied.
Okay.
So clearly she indignitized, so
evidently.
Is there something wrong with that? Innocent?
What do you mean something wrong with that?
I'm asking you.
No satisfaction?
No. What I'm saying is that when you're
dignified,
if someone is,
that's when they walk bow-legged and acting like they got some damn sense.
Right. I just want to know.
Yeah, she need to be dignified. She need to walk bow-legged and act like she got some damn sense.
Jimbo, salute, bro.
Yeah, I would have to have a conversation with that lady myself, and we would just hook arms and go in and have a conversation.
So see, that's why I was saying everybody have a different way of communicating. There are some trifling women out here that got good men that don't know how to communicate. And then you got some good women out here that the men don't know how to communicate. And the communication was lost down the road. They get in love with each other. They start doing a life with each other. And then they start seeing the difference in what they first started out. And like, I have to give it to young man. He said, every 10 years you change. Every 10 years we have changed. Every last one of us up here have changed every 10 years. From 40 to 50, I ain't even be bothered with a man. I ain't want to look at a man. Go about your business. Now, I'm in my 60s. Hell yeah, I'm looking for a man. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody changed within those 10 years. Every 10 years, you change. Look at, a baby changed to a toddler. A toddler changed to a kid. A kid changed to a teenager. A teenager changed to a young adult. A young adult become an adult. Every time you turn around, there's a stage that you go through. You talk about SBK back in the day. You was a player from Himalaya, but now you done slow down and you calm, cool, and collected, and you're showing your daughter what she should see in a man. So see, everybody changes for the good or the bad.
Correct.
So that's why I have to agree with him. I have to agree with the young man. Some of the stuff he was saying was true. Now he's not an expert on women, but he did have some good pointers. He had been around enough women to see a lot of things that he took pointers off of.
There's always somebody trolling. Slow down like the road runner. Look, come on up here, Miss Toxicity. Come on up here.
I want to mention. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So before I was on the call, I told y'all I was talking to my uncle, and so I talked to him about what we were going to talk about, and he agreed about communication, but he agreed with what I was saying, where men don't communicate like women, and we communicate very differently, right? And so when we communicate, we assume that they understand what we're giving, but because they communicate very differently, we don't clarify, like El Cid said, we don't clarify that they perceived it or they received it the way we were giving it, or the way we expect them to receive it, right? Because we communicate very differently. And what he added to it is because men, and then this is what he said, because men are visual and sexual beings, and that's what they like, and that's what they glean on. When there is a miscommunication, they'll just throw up their hands in their way and just concede and just allow us to have our way, because they don't want to, if like he's married, so he's speaking from a marriage a relationship perspective. He says, okay, if the communication is not vibing, he's like, okay, I'll let you have it, because I don't want to miss out in the sexual or the the affection or the that that part of the communication. He doesn't want to mess that up, so they'll just let you have it. And that's where men and women will not vibe and not clash the whole time, and men just let you have it because hey, they don't want to miss out on whatever you're giving. That's what he said.
Like, we can't tell that they are like letting go of the argument because they don't want to miss out later. Like, we ain't tuned into that behavior pattern.
Well, as George Clinton used to say, bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay.
Look,
it's nothing but the dog.
Nothing but the dog in him, and I go meow.
DR says it's nothing like a man really in tune with his woman. Now I want to play something for you ladies and everybody in the chat. Now I've played this before. I don't know if y'all remember this, and I want to play this, and I want the ladies on the panel to tell me what they prefer. All right, this is a short video, and I want you ladies on the panel to tell me what you guys prefer, and then chat. This is for participation. All right, so let's go with this. I'm going to share the screen. All right, and we're going to go with it. All right, y'all see that? And here we go.
Love. It's something we all crave. But did you know not everyone feels loved in the same way? According to Dr. Gary Chapman, there are 5 main love languages, 5 different ways people express and receive love. In this video, we're breaking down every love language and what makes each one unique. So grab your heart and let's dive in. Let's start with words of affirmation. the love language of kind words and encouragement. People who speak this language feel most loved when they hear compliments, praise, or meaningful I love yous. It's not just about romantic words. Simple phrases like, you did great today, or I'm proud of you, go a long way. For them, love sounds like a voice that believes in them. Next up, we have acts of service. Actions speak louder than words, whether it's doing the dishes, running errands, or helping with a tough task. This love language is all about effort and support. If your partner lights up when you do something for them, they're likely speaking this language. To them, love looks like a helping hand. Number 3, receiving gifts. No, it's not about being materialistic. This love language is about thoughtfulness and symbolism. People who feel loved through receiving gifts appreciate the meaning behind the present. Even a small, handmade item or a surprise flower can make them feel special. To them, love is visible, wrapped up in a bow. Number 4, quality time. Quality time is all about being present, truly there. No distractions, no scrolling, just undivided attention, deep conversations, or even just sitting quietly together. It's not about how much time you spend, but how intentional that time is. To them, love is measured in minutes well spent. And finally, we have physical touch, hugs, holding hands, kisses, or just a pat on the back. For these people, physical closeness is the ultimate way to feel connected. Even small gestures, like a warm embrace or a touch on the shoulder, speak volumes. To them, love is felt, skin to skin, heart to heart. Everyone is different. Most people have 1 or 2 primary love languages, and they can change over time. The key to better relationships? Learn your own love language and your partner's, because when you love someone the way they feel loved, that's when magic happens. So, what's your love language? Let us know in the comments. And if you...
All right, there we go. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I just played that for you. So that's the basis of what we're talking about. But, you know, we've been talking about communication, you know what I mean, which has been very, very, very interesting. Every last one of y'all here, El Cid, Foxy, Joe, which Joe, you, and Diesel. Diesel is driving, and he's on his job. And you guys are, again, shout out to y'all too for giving me the idea to go with this, right? So with that video, ladies, I'm gonna go around the world. El Cid, what do you prefer? Now look, why not have all? You know, I know El Cid, you said, you know, words can be words. You want action behind those words, you know what I'm saying? But I want you to tell me which one you prefer, and I will give my thoughts on that. So we're gonna go around the world. So El Cid, what did you think about that? Those 5 love languages and which one you prefer? And I know you, like I said, you touched on some things as far as with the, you know, words.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
yeah. Words repel me because words could be just hot air. But definitely acts of service, you know, doing something thoughtful is always great. Now, you know, I had to think of the receiving gifts, but it's not gifts. Receiving the gift of food. Okay. If you are out there, like my husband usually does, he's like, "Hey honey, I'm passing by this restaurant. You want some?" Yes, that is a gift, always well received. Okay. Bring me home a meal. Okay. So yes, those 2 definitely, if we could just take gifts out and put, you know, food, perfect. But for me, it's definitely, you know, an act of service of some kind.
It's those acts of services. Can that be acts and services in the, let's say, physical realm?
It better be. Why is that exclusionary?
Yeah, I'm just asking. I'm just, you know.
No, it is service with a smile. Okay, service.
Okay. I'm asking.
What the Isley brother said, between the sheets. Yes, it better serve.
Don't.
Better serve or be served. I'm sorry.
I said before we get to Joe, I said what I said. Said men are hunters. We are to prey, and we will get preyed upon. Bro says men, women communicate the way that they learned from generation before that taught them. It's nothing like a man really in tune with his woman. Queen says she's talking to Alex Trebek. I would take 2 and 3 service and gifts for 500. Oh shit. Okay.
Alex
All right.
not in this plane no more. I said what I said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's pushing up daisies. So okay, Joe, go ahead. What do you think about that? Because remember, this is all before you answer. This is all from you. Touch me, reassure me, spend time with me, do thoughtful things for me, communicate with me, pray for me, and love me out loud. Go ahead, Joe. Floor is yours, there, bestie.
I had to go off mute. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I said. So, but if I had to narrow it down, if you're asking me to narrow it down, for me, love isn't just one thing. That's what that means. It's not just one thing. It's quality time and it's acts of service probably are at the top pretty much, I think, if you're making me think about that. Because it shows intentionality. Is that the word? It shows that you're intentional with being with me, right? Or that you're intentional in the situation with me. When somebody makes time for me or shows up or follows through, it helps, or even if they help lighten the load, being and I come from a single mother, a single independent woman, right? So if somebody helps lighten that load, that speaks volumes, right? And I guess it does matter, everybody in different stages of life. I agree with Foxy, right? I agree with Real. Yeah, everybody changes with the stages in life that they have. So I see that. But also, I do value words of affirmation. I've had people tell me not to expect those, but honestly, if you have honest communication with me, that speaks volumes to me. That's for me. That's who I am. And as I've gotten older, I think I've realized that love is less about, it's less about these grand, these grand things that you could do for me or gestures or whatever. It's more about consistency and effort and being present in my, I'm not about this social media and out there, because social media for me is my ministry and me sharing my light. But being present in my life, it's being here with me, because this stage in my life, I'm not trying to be perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about consistency, and it's about effort and being able to communicate with me, respecting me, showing up and being present in my life, and that is what shows me that people care. So again, that's why I'm single. But I think that sums that up for me.
Very good. Very good. So what you're saying is, Joe, if someone was to help lighten your load, you will help them with their load.
Every day, any day. I would always, and I know you're talking about, I would always see what men don't realize, like if there's communication both ways, and when men have somebody, when men have a woman and they communicate and they're in for each other, they're lightening the load for each other in every aspect of life, in every aspect, not just, you can talk about it financially, you can talk about it physically, sexually, emotionally, all of it. And that's why when El Cid, when they were talking about, women change or people change throughout their decades, right? But you change together, and when you've got that communication with each other and you're growing together, you're changing together, and you know about each other's change because you're each other's person, you know, and there's no problem with the changes that happen because you're doing it together and you're growing together.
So El Cid, you see what bro is saying? So are you all in with helping with the loads?
Are we talking about a load of laundry? What kind of load are we talking?
We're not talking about no damn laundry. Don't play brand new. You talk about you on your best behavior. I'm not on my best behavior right now. It's four.
What kind of load we talking about? Because
talking about
we always releasing loads. I got you.
Releasing your if you have
Releasing
loads.
your loads girl. You know, when he come home, kitchen, just an apron.
And look, I want to say, look, Foxy, let me talk to your toxic sister right here before we go to you. She said you can go on to work, do OT, have 2 jobs, and I will see you when you get home. Look here. I want to say this to you, ma'am. Let me put I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna say this to you, ma'am. Hold on. Let me put this. I worked those 2 jobs, OT, and all of that.
3.
Or 3. Let me tell you something, Miss Toxic. Drop them draws.
See, the real woman wouldn't even have to be asked to. See, that's the whole point. Like, you guys don't understand. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking
after you working 2 jobs, you ain't got the energy.
Shit. That's bullshit.
Right there. My husband had 2 jobs.
And I know that for a fact.
My husband had 2 jobs. And he still had time to work my back out.
And I've been celibate for 6 fucking years. And let me put that back on me. I call bullshit on what you talking about, El Cid. I worked 4 fucking jobs or whatever, 2.5 years ago. And I still wanted it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I will not tell you how old I am, but all the juices are flowing. You know what I mean? So so let me get on my soapbox for a minute. So that is bullshit.
I agree.
That is straight up bullshit.
I agree. I
don't keep up with my body just to have a limp noodle.
That part, and then some.
Because I'm getting ready for my woman. So shit.
But see, you know what? And with my conversation with my brother, Larry, you know, when you're doing you taking care of your temple and you're taking care of you seek those that are taking care of themselves also.
That part.
Look,
I talked a lot about that.
Look, my husband had 2 jobs and he still came home and put my back out.
Yes,
excuse you.
Yes, El Cid, I'm triggered because that does not apply to me.
Now I know. Now I know.
At all. And you, ma'am, you that's laughing in the chat, Miss Toxic, the 2-3 jobs or whatever in overtime, when I get to the house, bend it over and let that thing smile.
Shoot,
that's what I'm gonna tell. That's what I'm gonna tell my woman in the garden.
El Cid, like I said, my husband had 2 jobs, full-time jobs, not full-time, part-time, 2 full-time jobs. Came home and still took my back out. Every now and then he would give me money to go see the male strippers because he know he gonna reap the benefits when I got home. So hello, that don't mean anything because they got 2 full-time jobs. Excuse me.
I know.
And
I just have to be a contrarian.
I would enjoy every moment of them back outs.
Sid, you crazy as hell.
I just have to be a contrarian because we were the conversation earlier was about how women were not at their peak as they got older. So I needed to throw that one in. That
Good
see
shit.
that was, and I see the wildfire that came from that, and I liked it.
Oh yeah. Hey, I love when there's this is the bar, man. This is the bar. Look, 2, 3, 4 jobs. If I got a woman at the house, I'm not just working for me. Shit, whenever I get to the house or whatever, shit,
she might be asleep. You get back to the house after them 4 jobs, she sleep.
Shit. All you have to do is do a little touching and she'll wake right on up. Be ready to perform. Wait a minute.
Just a little blow.
All you have to do is do a little.
Hey, Foxy, she sleep, and she turn that thing up against me and do like that.
That's it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Just a little bit of tinkling. That's it. That's all it took for my husband.
Came out of the bushes. What did your dad say?
What she say? Read it, Joe.
Per Jamie Foxx. I don't. A broke man. Give me gifts, words of affirmation. Tell me I'm pretty. I feel and smell good. Deeds of service, and I don't need a lot of time. I love being alone. There you go.
She ain't gonna be asleep, Elsie. Yeah, it don't shit.
She ain't.
Well, you never said what hours he was working these jobs, so I had to throw that in
I can
there.
tell you what hours. He was working from 8 to 5.
His virgin years.
8 to 5, 5 to 12. Every now and then I would go to his job from the 5 to 12. I get there about 10 o'clock from 10 to 12. Me and him, I help him do his job from 10 to 12. And then after 12 o'clock, we go home and I finish up while I started from 10 to 12.
But Foxy, if those of you who were following me about 2.5 years ago, my schedule was a lot like that.
Exactly.
I was only getting 2 hours or less than that sleep a day for what I'm saying? That's a fact.
Look,
and you know
honey,
what I'm saying? Johnson.
Honey, like I said, with my husband, look, we was together for 22 years. 22 years. 3 of those years, his health came to pass. To take him off this earth 3 years later. But in those 22 years, it was lovely. And lovely at every moment, every second, every minute, every day, every year. So take my word for it. Man can work 2 or 3 jobs and still can take care of his woman the way she needs to be taken care of. She give him the right. Look, give him all that he needs. And sometimes men are simple. Men are real simple.
Just sometimes? Okay.
Men are real simple. If a man come in the door and he have a long day, sometimes the man want an affirmation too. Hi, baby. How was your day? You tired? Let me help you.
Don't forget the touch and the rub on the back. Don't forget that.
Oh, take my word for it, honey. By the time my husband get in the door, by the time he get upstairs, everything is over with. That's just me and him, our time.
Y'all know exactly where to touch your man.
Yes, we do.
Exactly.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. If you got the right man. If you got the right
like
man.
A rock. How strong as I can be. Like a rock. Shit. Okay.
Wait,
all right.
She said a mouthful of words if you have the right man.
Pun intended.
If you have the right man, if you got the right man and you touch him the right way, he know what to do. He ready to stand in attention and perform like a soldier.
Okay.
Okay, now Foxy, you heard. Got to get to you. The link is pinned, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all come on up.
All 5.
Star Talk.
All
we
5.
Have to start. You know what I'm saying? And all of you ghost watchers and all of you weirdos or whatever that's out there in the bushes, you can still hit the like button. The like button is free. As my big sis would always say, you bushwick watchers that are watching in the bushes, we are live and direct. Hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to pass the mic to Miss Foxy. So Foxy, you heard all the 5 love languages. I want you to tell me, as the other ladies have stated, uh, which one of those that you prefer. Now, I prefer all of them.
But that's why I'm gonna say all of them.
Go
All of
ahead.
them.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I prefer all of them because you know, first of all, like I have to say, Elsie said, you know, words can be nothing. You know, you can say a lot of words, but a lot of times, if they really affectionate and they really care for you and they really want to be about you, they can use the words of affirmation to get build you up, and you can do the same for them. You know, it can go both ways. You know, some do it. I understand. Some say the words that they feel like they can get in your drawers with. I got that. But then you gotta be able to cipher through it and find out if they bullshit or they're not. Now, if you get the right man, he's gonna tell you everything you need to know. He's gonna touch you in all the ways that you need to be touched. He's gonna carry you out, take you out to eat, wine and dine you the way you need to be. Open the door for you, let you know that you're a woman of the night. You know, you that woman, you his woman. He gonna open the door for you. He gonna treat you like a queen. You can tell the difference between the one that's bullshit and the one that's not. And I'll take all five. I want all five of them. I want the gifts. I want the gifts. I want the touchy feely. Oh, do I want the touchy feely? Anyway, I want the words of affirmation. I just want all five. Right now in my life, I want all five. I want to be treated like a queen, the queen I am.
I want to say that whenever I was coming up with this live, I always do my homework for you guys. I always work hard. But when I was coming up with and doing research, and I feel like I have the proverbial heartbeat of our chat, right? So whenever I was coming up with this, and with my team and so forth, um, somebody told me, like, why just choose one? You know what I'm saying? Even though y'all have made y'all's point on one of the love languages about communication and about words of affirmation, you know what I mean? I think it's always great to have, if you have established yourself as someone that can be trusted and someone who has a backing. And what I mean by that is what you say has been proven, right? You're just not blowing out a bunch of hot air, right? Whenever you say something, you follow through, right? So you have all five of those. You communicate well. You're all about touch. You know what I'm saying? All of them, right? So I'm saying, why not have all five? You know what I mean? I get where all of you ladies on the panel right now, I get what you're saying about, words can be words. You know what I mean? Prove to me, prove it. You know what I mean? I get that. You know what I mean? But there are men out there are women out there that are not just blowing out hot air. But if they say they love you, they say that you're beautiful. They say they treat you like a queen. They treat you like a king, and they back those words up. You know what I mean? Right? I say, man, I want all five. You know what I mean? I want all five. You know what I mean? But in this day and age, there's a lot of influencers out there that promote independence. There's nothing wrong with being an independent person, to where the fact that you make your own money, you're a free thinker, you're a hard worker, you don't depend on anybody. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like that if you have all five love languages, I feel that there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because I agree with you ladies. Words can be words. But if someone has established themselves as being someone that not only just says things, but they also have proven it, and they have a track record. And I've talked about that, ladies and gentlemen, on the last show last week on Tap In Podcast. I always said that everybody has a credit line score, if you will. I said that on our podcast with Big Sis on the Tap In Podcast. Everybody has a credit score, credit line score. You know what I mean? And according to how you live your life is what your score is going to be, proverbially speaking. That is, you know what I mean? If you have lived your life as a no good for nothing, nobody can trust you individual, you know what I mean? Then nobody's going to trust you, you know what I mean? But if you have a track record, of being a person that can be trusted, as you know, a good man, good woman, you know what I mean? You built that track record, right? You know what I mean? Then that means something. You know what I'm saying? What say y'all? Go ahead, chime in. The link is pinned, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all come on in. The link is pinned. Shanice, are you off punishment?
I agree with that, but credit, just like credit takes time to be approved and to be proven.
Yep.
I think it matters also in relationships, right? Because
it does.
Like El Cid say, it matters what they do. If you don't show that you're about your business and about what you're gonna do, then you're just all smoke and mirrors.
Hey, Sassy. Hey, pretty. You're also a pretty lady. Thank you for coming through.
Hey, Sassy. Hey, Casey.
How you doing? Thank y'all for coming through. Thank you. Thank you.
You're right. You're right, Joe. You got to have good credit. When I first met my husband, I gave him the 10 Commandments, my form of 10 Commandments. What I was going to take, what I wasn't going to take. And I named them all 10 in a row. And I asked him, is there anything in there that you think that you're not qualified to do? And he told me no. I said, okay, then let's go forward. I let him know up front what I wanted and what I didn't want. And we worked on that together. And he told me, it took a while before he told me he loved me. And it took me a while to tell him that too. He said, I can make you fall in love with me in 5 days. And I bust out laughing at him. I said, give it your best chance. Well, he did. He showed me that. And I did fall in love with him in 5 days. I didn't want him. I mean, hey, the man did, he worked his magic. And he got me to fall in love with him in 5 days. And I had to admit to it. Maybe it took me a while to admit to it, but I did admit to it. When we got married, I went ahead and admitted. When he proposed to me, I admitted to him that I had fell in love with him after those 5 days.
You know what, Foxy? I told my daughter's mom the same thing, and that actually happened.
Yeah, it does happen. He came the first day. I got flowers. I got a dozen of white roses. Second day, I got a dozen of yellow roses. Third day, I got a dozen of pink roses. Fourth day, he turned around and he had a big old bouquet. I mean, big old bouquet to a point that it would cover my desk. I couldn't hardly see past the damn thing. It was so big. And then the 5th day, he tricked me. And this is what make y'all laugh. I worked in a federal government building. So that government building was tight. When I say you had to propose there, they were there. And they always, walk around in their suits and stuff. Well, he had them come up and say that I was under arrest for something I did. Well, I cried all the way downstairs. Everybody in the office knew, but I didn't know. Look, y'all, I cried. I was like, crying, head down, embarrassed. I'm going out the door. I don't even know what the crime is, what I did. Got outside. And he said, ma'am, you can hold your head up. I said, no, I don't want nobody to see me looking like this. And he walked up and he said, baby, you can lift your head up and look at me. I'm like, what you standing here? Why? Why? And then next thing I know, I looked behind and there was a white limousine. He had a bouquet of roses for me. And we ended up going to the Poconos. When we went to the Poconos,
Go ahead. Sorry.
What do you say, wait?
No, I just go ahead.
He took.
I want to share a story because after you're saying what you
after he put me in the limousine, and he said, "Now look up at your floor." And I looked up. All my coworkers was at the window looking, waving. I was so embarrassed. I said, "He got me right there." But when we got to the Poconos, man, woo, 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 woo. I tell anybody, if a man take you to the Poconos, honey, love it, every bit of it. It is so good. And so after that, I fell in love with him. He came up with something that nobody would have thought of doing. And I fell in love with him. And after that, he wined and dined me. There have been times I come home from work and suitcases at the door, and he said, "We're going away for the weekend." That was the end of it. We walk out the door. Sometimes I come home, he have a bubble bath and a glass of wine waiting for me. So he treated me like a queen. And when he came home, I treated him like a king. So it's communication. And it's, like I said, I like the love languages that is listed because he showed me all of them. He showed me every last one of those love languages. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened in time. Like you said, credit. He showed me through the credit of him being a man that he was, an honorable man. Now don't get it wrong. Now he did some effed up stuff down the road. In the first 5 years, he messed up. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. He cheated, I cheated too. Yeah, he cheated and I cheated too. The first 5 years he was cheating and I cheated too. What was good for the goose was good for the gander. And I had it to a point, I had him down packed so much that he didn't even know that my side piece was his best friend. Yeah. They end up being best friends.
Girl, you didn't tell us that. You hadn't told us that.
Oh, well, he started out not being his best friend, but he ended up being his best friend, and he didn't know it. And all of us never told. So while he was gone on his little rendezvous, my rendezvous was up the street. So all I had to do was call him up and say he gone. And he came over. Like I said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But then after, oh yeah, shoot, what you?
Wee, that's what I say, bro. She on some demon time.
But
that took a swift curve.
That kind of like L said. That was like, I'm like,
wait a minute, did we go up a one-way street?
Wait a minute. I analyzed everything that I did. And I always made sure if I had a side piece, I never called him by his name. I always called him baby. Because that's what I call my man. Baby. So if you don't call him by the names, you don't get caught up. Number one. Number two,
that's single games. That's single games. I understand that when I was single.
That's what I was doing when I was single before me and him got married. He was cheating, I was cheating. I mean, hey, what's good for the goose was good for the gander. I wasn't gonna sit back and wait and marinate for him. I won't sit back stirring in my juices waiting on him.
I just dump them. I'm gone.
No, we had a relationship. Our children had a relationship, and I worked it out, and we ended up being together for 22 years. After the 5 years, he came to his senses, because what happened is I decided to go on one of my rendezvous, not let him know, and poof, be gone. When he came home, I wasn't there. He thought I was going to be there waiting for him, and I wasn't. And then he didn't know where I was for 3 days.
Wait. Look.
Come on.
Fox.
Yes.
If I was married to you and you gave that cooter up, boy, man, I told you I was going to make you fall in love with me in 5 days. Shit, man. I go on mute. I go on mute.
Hi, Queen. Hi, my sister, Queen.
The floor is yours, Queen. I'm going on mute.
Child, I came up here to rescue Foxy B because she telling us all. This is a tell-all book right here. Foxy, you giving out too many secrets, baby.
She has more information than she ever has. I was like,
and Joe talking about, ooh, you ain't told us that part. You know, she listening hard.
We fall in love in 5 days, and then we curve to the next one on the second day.
But Joe know the story, and hell, she know what's missing and what ain't missing.
Hey, I
You
just I didn't
ain't
tell
told
you.
us that, girl.
Look, I didn't tell you all when I first met
Yeah,
y'all.
you
You know,
ain't told us that part.
hey,
I'm
shoot.
like, let me go up here and save my damn co-host, cause baby, she on the tail right now.
Hey.
And Joe is listening intently. She done told us how to be married, how to have a side piece, something in your back pocket.
Yes.
How to have
Hey.
that side piece be your husband, best friend.
Yeah, be your husband. She give it out. She's spilling out too many secrets up here. I'm like, let me go up here and save this woman. God dang.
Hey.
But Foxy, that's the past.
That's the past.
Hey, DR say, wait a minute.
Yeah, bro. I can't. When she told, I was like, oh, whoa.
I was like, hold up.
Hey, I told y'all I'm transparent. I'm never gonna lie to you. I just don't tell you everything when I first
Wait
met
a minute, I
y'all.
was drinking and I said, hold on, your damn his best friend? God dang. I said, oh
Yeah.
no, it's time to get up there.
Yeah.
Save her. Save
What happened
her.
was he happened to keep coming around. He was the maintenance guy in my apartment complex. And he came around, and him and my husband, before he was, that was my fiance before he became my
Yeah, but this is something you tell offline.
husband. Well, he's, my husband is deceased. The guy is
Look at that
deceased.
SBK math. Trust me, sis.
Look, both of them are deceased. So it's nothing, I can tell it all now because they're both gone. They're gone to their heavenly place.
Dead men, they can't
They've
talk.
both been to heaven's gates.
Yeah,
They both,
can't nobody tell it.
right. Nobody can tell on each other. Hello?
God.
Moral of the story is find a side piece that knows his place.
Exactly.
Yes!
That part.
And that's got a good
That
looking
part.
friend. And got a good looking friend in case it don't work out.
Exactly. That part. This is the bro said, if I had them appliances service, I sure did.
Well, I was gonna come up here and give my little story, but hell, my little story ain't nothing compared to what Foxy talking about. Y'all,
Hey,
y'all gonna tell me to go back on mute.
What is that? It's okay. It's okay. Let's hear it.
It's okay.
I'm gonna have
Go ahead,
to exit
Well-
stage left, but it has been a pleasure, y'all.
All right,
El
Sid.
Sid, look here. I appreciate you coming up. And
Sid.
you are welcome to come up anytime. Anytime.
Okay, I'm gonna behave.
Now,
No. Don't keep doing what you're doing, cause you spilling tea too.
I done told you. I done already told you. This is the bar talk. This is grown folks conversation. You know what I'm saying? We are not on our best behavior at all. At all.
Okay.
Never.
Real.
We keep it grown and sexy.
Well, apparently it spread like mustard too. But yeah, okay.
Hey,
LC, the buck finna stop right here. I ain't finna spread nothing else. Trust me when I tell you that.
But thank you so much for having me and welcoming.
Drinking wine and talking, but I'm drinking wine, but I ain't gonna be talking too much.
No more wine for me this evening. But thank you all so much for welcoming me to the bar. Okay, I'm gonna hop off this stool, and I'm gonna see y'all around these YouTube streets.
All
right. Take it easy, sis.
All right.
And believe it or not, I'm not drinking anything but coffee.
Hey, look here. Now look here, Miss Toxic. The floor is yours.
You see how I wear that with my chest? Yes.
Yes, I know.
Yes. What were you saying, sir? That's right. I can be toxic, but I try not to, bring that portion of it out of me.
Look, I know
I
you
try to be nice as possible as long as people allow me to be.
It ain't no allowance whatsoever. I already know you're toxic. Foxy, you toxic too.
if they allow me to be nice, I'll be nice. But you know,
exactly that part.
I allow y'all to be yourselves. I allow you to be yourselves, and there is no restrictions because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm more inclined to do the service as far as the 5 languages. Just give me the service and the gifts, and we ain't got to do the rest of it. Like I said,
what you mean by service and gifts?
Whatever fall in the service category.
No, you see, you full of ish.
No, you full of it. You ain't gonna get me up here spilling my guts out.
No, I'm not trying to get
got me reminiscing, going back down memory lane.
Back down memory lane.
I'm not trying to get you to spill your guts. I'm trying to get you to clarify what's service and gifts is.
Service is whatever I need. Whatever I do, whatever I say I need, that's the service. Okay. If I say I need you to help bring groceries in or go to the store, whatever it is that, however I need, whatever service I need from you, that's what I need. Whatever I can't do, then I need you to be able to pick up the slack. And service can be an array of anything. It could be inside the bedroom, outside the bedroom, in the house, at the job, wherever, service.
Hey, Chad, I need y'all to help me out because don't y'all think she's being vague, y'all? She being vague.
Yes, of course I am.
She being. I told you.
Use y'all imagination.
Look. Hey, Foxy, I told her while she talking ish in the chat. I told her, look, she's talking about. Y'all remember she's talking about? Yeah, he worked in 2 jobs and 3 jobs and blah 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 and overtime. You know what I mean? And I'm like, don't think I didn't read your look. They was up here talking, but don't think that I didn't pay attention to what you saying. Man.
Well, I was listening to Joe, and Joe was saying that I was really, responding to Joe's comment because she said she need words of affirmation. Tell her you love her. Tell her she's beautiful, or somebody said that, one of them. And so I was like, well, I don't really need to hear all of that. I just, just buy me something.
She said 2 and 3. She said number 2 and number 3.
Yeah, just buy me some shit. Let's service each other, and hell, everything else we can work out. We ain't gotta do all that damn talking all day and communication, and I don't need to hear all of that. I done heard all of that enough, so I don't need all that.
Now you're talking my love language. I don't need to hear all that. If you making that thing smile for me, we servicing each other. What's understood that need to be explained.
Right. We happy. We'll talk about it later. Whatever come up, we'll talk about it. It'll be all right.
It'll be all right because we both servicing each other. If we're servicing each other, then that's a communication.
If you're doing services and gifts, everything. If you're doing servicing and gifting, everything else will fall in place. Trust me when I tell you that.
You don't have to tell me shit. I'm servicing you and you servicing me. That is communication enough.
Baby, they're gonna be running to see what you want and what you need.
Oh shit.
They can't wait to try to see what it is they can help you with. Trust me when I tell you that.
Oh shit.
So if you ain't got no other kind of skills, make sure you have that skill and you're gonna be all right.
Got that skill right there. We servicing each other. And we servicing each other, everything is gonna be all right.
Don't worry about them other affirmations. Don't worry about all of that. All that shit will fall in place.
All that'll fall in place.
Yeah, it'll all fall in place. As long as if you got them 2 down, the other one's gonna fall in place. Trust me when I tell y'all that.
Hey, you servicing me right? I can communicate with you
Right.
as long as you.
And I'm getting some nice gifts. And I'm getting some nice gifts. Oh hell yeah! Now what you say you want me to do? What you say you want me to cook? You say you want me to go out there and till the field? Okay, I'll see what I can do. Hell, if I can't do it, I'll find somebody.
I agree with that. That's what I meant. You know, if y'all are vibing, if y'all are, meshing with each other, it's all good. Even you know how real. I said what I said.
It's all gonna fall in place anyway, Joe.
Yes, you know how real tries to act like he knows women. Yes, but the more we age, and you're aging with your one, and you're growing together, it's okay.
Right.
As long as it's
and all of that is true and good and all of that. But hell, if you just meet a ninja like in Foxy Place, it's still gonna be good if she taking care of business. Life's still gonna be everything still gonna be LG, baby. Trust me when I tell you that. Whether you spend a lot of time with them or a little time, you stroke that ego, you gonna get what you want. Trust me when I tell y'all that.
Stroke that ego. It works every time.
Yeah, if you know how to stroke an ego, you can have anything you want from your man. He'll go work 2 or 3 jobs for you, baby.
Won't he? Look, won't he?
I would, and I don't give. Look. I wanted to mention. Since we talking about stroking that ego, y'all know what to say to stroke our ego.
Exactly. I know what to say. I don't know about nobody else, but I definitely know
everybody
what to say.
individual. Exactly. Individually, every one of y'all women know how to stroke our ego. You know what I mean? At that right point in time. So I pay attention to everything y'all say in the chat. Check this out. I said what I said. I'm gonna be messy. I'm gonna be toxic.
I don't care.
I'm gonna be toxic right now. All right. You said about that simping thing or whatever. A lot of these fools talk about what we're talking about. That's simping. I want you to explain what you put that in the chat about the simping thing. Go ahead.
Well, they say
too, Foxy.
They say it's simping because old school and trying to be nice to people and treating your woman with respect is called simping now. Basically treating your woman like God wants you to treat her, what the vows say. And so it seemed like a lot of these dudes, whether they're old or young, a lot of them got stuck on stupid and stuck online. I think somebody else was talking about people being online earlier. They're living this online life or whatever, not really living life for what it really is. They're not seeing life for what it really is. So when they meet somebody, I've said this before, you don't meet their representative. I mean, you don't meet them, you meet their representative. Most of the times, 9 times out of 10. So that's why you have to, figure out who it is you're communicating with and see if he got some consistency. And it's real easy these days because, life is so fast paced now. Even a relationship is too. So if a dude at this point in time, it used to be, if a dude talked to you for 2 or 3 months or whatever, he might be into you. But if he talk to you for 7 days straight, that means he into you now because, everything accelerated now. And so you just have to make sure that people are sincere. And sometimes people will play the long game with you because I say that damn Todd Tucker, I say he played the long game with his wife just so he can get what he wanted to get from her. But that's a whole nother subject. But you just gotta make sure that, like y'all said, that the communication is lining up with the actions, And like SBK said, I listen to y'all. Well, make sure you're listening to whoever it is that you're finna get into a relationship with. Make sure you pay attention. Because if a person is telling you the truth, whatever they're telling you, it won't be hard for them to tell you that again. Even if you gotta, just take a minute. No, I'm gonna ask him about that again. Or I'm gonna ask her about that again, just to see what the answer gonna be.
I do that. I have known to do that. Even if shit, don't have to be no relationship. Even with folks that are family members, folks that I know, I'll come back and revisit some shit.
Go back and revisit, and they'll let you know if they lying to you or not.
Exactly. I've known to do that. You know what I mean? That it's just to see if you're gonna lie to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But you know, if you pass that test, oh shit, we got something going on here. You know what I mean? We got something going on here. You know what I mean?
That part, yeah.
But y'all women, I do. I listen to all of y'all. All of y'all. I pay attention. You know what I
And
mean?
don't
But
listen and don't listen to something that's a big thing. Listen to the little things.
I
It's the
I don't,
little things that get you
I,
caught up.
I don't pay attention. I pay attention to the little things.
The little
I,
things
that's
is what
exactly
matter.
what I do. I pay attention to the little things. And if you think that I don't pay attention to the little things, I will tell you in a subtle way things that you have said to me in
Mm-hmm.
times past that you think that I forgot. I will let you know. You know what I'm saying? And if you catch it, then we got something going on there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm scared of you because you think am I thinking too much like a dude or you thinking too much like a woman? What's the deal? Because that's exactly how I operate. I'm getting afraid now.
I'm just one
Wait a
of
minute,
those.
hold up. I
Look,
said
look,
what
look,
I
look
said,
here,
getting
look here.
afraid.
Yeah, because he kind of thinking like that's how I think, you know.
That's how. I mean, I've been on this earth for a long time. You know, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is that that you have.
Wait, he just said the key word. You cannot bullshit a
A
bullshitter.
bullshitter.
Yeah, he probably used to be
Listen,
one here man. Just like women, you know,
thanks,
we all got a
baby.
past. He told us he wasn't about nothing. He told us he reformed.
I didn't say that. I did not say I wasn't about nothing. I have been a
Oh,
guy.
my bad. That was just the way I was interpreted in my mind. My bad.
See that? See. Look, that's the way. Look, I have lived life. When you live life, you know things. You know how to approach things. You don't go to the same pitfalls that you fell in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's the reason why. Look, life's too short. Like you say, I said what I said. LG, life is good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I have been through things. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I don't want no immature type female. I don't want no female that's. I'm talking for me, SBK. You know what I mean? I don't want no female that's all the time emotional. Let me explain myself. All right. The creator has created us different. I get it. OSD, salute, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm on my Chardonnay. Shout out to OSD. The creator has created us different. All right. Because he has created us different, you know, we think different, so forth, so on. So I know that y'all think, women on the panel that I'm talking to, women in the chat, I know that y'all are in y'all's emotions more so than a man in a lot of aspects. But in a lot of aspects, a lot of women are about their freaking business. You know what I'm saying? You're still feminine. You're still feminine, but you're about your damn business. You can't bullshit y'all. Nobody can bullshit y'all and come to y'all with some fake shit, right? And because of that, especially with the ladies that's on the panel right now, we are all at an age right now to where it's like that nigga's full of shit. That woman's full of shit. You know what I mean? We see bullshit from a mile away, even further than that. So you got to approach things different. So with me, I don't want no woman. I want a calculated woman. If you're going to deal with SBK, you're going to have to be calculated. You got to come with it. That's all there's to it. You're going to have to, you just got to come with it. That's all there's to it. That's the reason why me, SBK, I love hanging around women more so than these hard heads. I love hanging with women because y'all are going to tell me what the average person is not going to tell me, or I'm not going to tell myself. Are y'all listening to me? Are y'all getting what I'm saying? Because y'all are going to be honest. Y'all are going to be honest to the core. So that's the type of female that the female, and it don't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be relationship. I just like females that's going to tell me what I wouldn't tell myself, right? But also, if I am into you, right? Same thing. Do y'all get what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you.
What are you hum about? I said what I said. Am I thinking on your level again?
No. You don't want to know what I'm thinking right now.
I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what you're thinking. Shit, be honest.
I'm thinking he wants somebody to treat him bad and talk shit to him is what I'm thinking.
No,
and not so much, you know, do anything to hurt you or harm you, but you want somebody, toxic that's gonna argue with you and then say, okay, I forgive you, and then
Make up
you
in
know,
bed.
go do some makeup stuff. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. And I could be wrong. You know,
you are right in a certain way, but OSD, bro, that song you got
He
run.
likes drama.
There you go, Joe. Thank you.
OSD, that song you got. I don't like no drama. She's full of shit, y'all. OSD, you know that song you got run? That's my favorite song of yours. I like Chanel. Y'all go subscribe up to my bro OSD. But that song Run, that is all me, bro. That's you wonder why OSD.
Joe,
you know why OSD I like that song? Because that song embodies SBK. That's why. Go ahead. I say what I
was gonna say. I was just gonna say you like Good Trouble. How about that?
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
You know exactly what I mean by that.
I don't know what you mean. How am I? You talking about?
You want some good trouble is what you want. Some good toxic trouble at that. Like Joe say, some drama trouble.
Joe knows me, but at the same time, Joe knows me. I do like toxic women.
Yeah, we all can see that.
But then it turns out to be fun in the end.
Yeah, I know. I just explained what it is that you like. You want somebody to, go back and forth with you, like I said, then go to the garden, in about, I guess I don't know if you time it or not, but I guess, you that type, because you say you calculated, so you be like, I'm going to go home.
I'm very calculated.
I'm going to go home and argue with her ass for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to do this and that and the other to her. So, that's the kind of ninja you are.
I'm very calculated, but it's not that I don't really like to argue, but I want people to. I want a female to know where I stand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So you said
whoever get with him, don't be scared of him. Don't be scared of him at all. Y'all remember what they call Gerald Levert, right? The teddy bear. So keep that in mind.
I'm a teddy bear when I need to be. You know what I mean? But see, here's the thing. Talk about communication and all that type of stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? It goes. The door swings both ways. It swings both. Y'all all been on the panel and been in the chat talking shit about how men communicate different than women and all this shit or whatever.
Yeah, but most men don't like communicating. Y'all don't mind getting your point across, but just to sit here and just to communicate and how was your day, and y'all don't want to hear that.
I'm outside OSD. I really am. I you have a point,
right?
But I feel like I shouldn't have to explain myself sometimes. You should know.
Right.
You should fucking know. You know what I mean? If you should tell by body language. You should tell by my demeanor, my whole essence.
Yeah, your whole being.
Exactly. You know what I mean? If I want some sex, I want some sex. That nigga needs some sex. I need some sex. Foxy, you hear me?
Church mouse.
Loud and clear.
I'm just saying, if that nigga is sick, he's not feeling good. I know he's not feeling good. You need some medicine. You know what I'm saying? I got some medicine for you. Different kinds of medicine. So some things to me don't need to be explained. I feel that way. So when you come, y'all all been talking about communication and all that. I am saying, and I feel like y'all should feel the same way too. You know what I mean? With the men. You know, some things don't need to be explained. If you've been with a certain, you should. Shit, we grown folks. We're not kiddies. We're not fucking teenagers, man. We grown folks. You should read body language. You should read facial expressions. You should read all of that. This ninja's not feeling good. This ninja needs some sex. I need to throw that thing on him. He needs to, same way with the guys. I'm just saying.
But if somebody's in tune with you, they're gonna know that anyway. But they have to be in tune with you, and that's what the problem.
You said a mouthful right there.
Yeah, and that's what the problem is. A lot of people are not in tune with who they with because they busy looking for something else. Or trying to do something else. They distracted. But if you're really into your person, what you're saying is automatically going to be, noticed and done. And it's only the people that really don't care about their person that miss those type of signs, especially if they've been together. I'm talking 5 to 10. You don't be with somebody a decade. You should know them. Left and right, especially a couple of decades.
Yes, I agree. That's what I was trying to say. Like once you're with somebody and y'all are growing together, there shouldn't be no miss. There shouldn't be. We're talking about when we're dating, getting to know each other, all that bullshit, trying to learn somebody. I think that's what we were talking about originally.
Right, and that's what happened like I said, with me and my husband. First 5 years, we were getting to know each other. After that, we got in tune with each other, and that's how our lives ended up being the way we did. But the first 5 years, we weren't in tune to a certain degree. But after the first 5 years, that 6th year, it's just everything turned around to a point that we was in tune. He could tell what I was thinking. Sometimes I'll finish what he was saying before he say it, and he'll finish what I'm saying before I can say it. So, we got real in tune with each other. And like I said, he used to give me money to go to the male strippers, and I used to come home and I just go upstairs and he will follow. That was in tune. He knew what to do. And I used to give him money to go see the female strippers, and I knew what he wanted when he got home. So we were really in tune with each other. Or he come home from work and I know he was tired. I would massage his back and I tell him, "Come on, baby, let's go upstairs and let me help you to relax."
That wouldn't work for SBK because he would need an oil.
He need to be oiled down and everything.
No, no Diddy, man. Pause.
We need to get some baby oil and shit.
Oh hell no, no Diddy.
SBK is just very territorial. That's all it is. That's the only difference. It's not the Diddy part.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying SBK, the greens ain't cooked right and shit, and so then he'll go upstairs. But as far as meeting somebody today, do y'all feel optimistic about the dating pool now? That what's going on today? Because you guys, you brought it back until Joe brought it back until first meeting someone and trying to date them and trying to get to know them. So are y'all optimistic that you can actually meet somebody that has character and that has intention and ethics and morals and values? Because that's kind of hard to meet somebody with those type of qualities these days.
That is so true. I haven't found one that has any qualities.
But are you optimistic that you can find one?
Nope.
Mm.
Look here, look, this dating pool shit. I ain't with this dating pool shit, man. I'm too old to be. Oh, let's go out to dinner. Let's talk about. I want to get to know you, man. I ain't trying to hear that damn Morris Day in the Time shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you know who I am. You should let me know who you are. It should be understood from the jump. Girl, I wanna know ya, know ya. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm wanna jungle love. Hey, Oreo. Shit. At a certain age, you should know. You know what I mean? Be like El Cid said, you need to know from the jump. Be honest from the jump what you're looking for. Like you said, Foxy. You know what I'm saying? Let that ninja and that lady know from the jump what you know. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to, I ain't in high school. Shit. I ain't in high school no more. You know what I mean? Puppy eyes and, you know what I mean?
I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about past that part. You done found somebody, because of course everybody you talk to, you're not gonna just take them out on a date, because after the conversation you be like, okay, I butt dodge that bullet. No, he gonna shoot me in my leg. She gonna shoot me in my finger. So I'm saying, you gonna bust my windows out. He gonna stalk my house. After you get through making all them assessments. I'm talking about, after you done got through the hump.
After you got over the hump.
Yes, after you got over the hump, you finally trust this person. Y'all been talking on the phone. They've been lying to you for about a month now.
You said they've been lying to you for about a month.
Yeah, they've been lying to you for about a month. And now it's time to take the next step and go out on a date. So
they be lying until just so they can get what they want. We know.
Yeah, they've been lying to you for a whole month now, trying to get you. You know how y'all do. You know how it is.
What, tough the lion?
Yeah. Especially if they really are roused up. They'll really get put the throat of lies on the thick.
It's not.
Won't they, girl? Won't they?
Yeah, especially about their past relationship. Like, I want to hear about that bitch.
That part. Well, if I did this for her and I did that,
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about none of that.
Look, she left me, and I did everything I could for her. She left me. Why did she leave you? And so time go on, you find out why she left you.
No, I'm not, because I'll be like, listen, I don't want to hear about all of that. That was then. This is now. I don't want to hear about what had happened in the past. What y'all break up for? What had happened? Tell me that much, and that's all I need to know.
Let me explain to the great Triple, all right? About toxic being fun. Women, let's don't play brand new, all right? Let's don't play brand new. Y'all know what to say to get a man's goat, as we say in the South. Y'all know what to say to get a man's goat. Y'all know what to say to get what y'all want. It's a cat and mouse game in a lot of aspects. All right, it's a cat and mouse game.
If you're still playing games, you're with the wrong one.
Let me finish, ma'am.
And I don't talk with
I didn't know I was unmuted. Sorry.
I do body language.
Exactly. I said what I said. It's not all about talking. But the old SBK, the old SBK.
Yesterday, y'all.
No. If it was yesterday, it wouldn't be no 6-year celibacy shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit. Because I get that cooter thrown at me every day. I'm just being honest. Look,
yesterday, y'all.
Ross.
I said what I said. I'm drinking wine and like you, and I'm being honest. All right. That cooter is strong on a daily basis.
Stop hanging around and you won't be tempted. I'm gonna just go back on mute when I let you finish your
Around.
story.
What you mean? Stop hanging around. I'm in the public's eye every day. You know what I mean? So there's no hanging around. There ain't no I don't have time to hang around. That's why I try to tell these folks. I don't have time to hang around. I'm a working man. I'm on my black job, as you say. So shit,
well, then just do your black job and don't be worried.
You don't understand
about what's going on around you or whatever. Just pay attention to your black job and that's it.
I said what I said. I wish I could take you.
Yeah.
I wish you could be a fly on the wall.
Right.
On certain situations. All right. But I'm just telling you what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Look.
Listen, I understand. Trust me, I understand. I know.
But for television purposes, you playing brand new, and I get it. I get it. But you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Because I listen to you talk as well. You know, you sitting there posting these damn pictures of your birthday pictures and shit with your, you know what I'm saying, looking all fly and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is between you and I. Look at all flies. You know what you be doing.
Well, listen, it is what it is. I ain't did nothing. That's just what it is.
Okay. You know what I'm.
I know what you're talking about.
That's all I got to say. Now, OSD, look, I'm talking to you, bro, and I'm talking to you, Triple. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you too. Y'all two ninjas, man. OSD, that song, Run. That is the essence of SBK. Chanel is a hot song. It really is. But y'all go and subscribe to to OSD and go listen to the song Run. R-U-N, Run. You know what I mean? That is the essence. Black Peace song. That is the essence of SBK. But see, SBK has a past and SBK is in the present. You know what I'm saying? So SBK Pete Stone has to be reeled in and be like, no. A big old booty broad right there. No. I'm not fit to, you know what I'm saying? You're not fit to do that because you got somebody that could possibly be whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it like that. So shout out to Triple and Thrive and Glow with Joe. I got a lot of clip ups here that y'all I got a lot of clip ups, boy. Y'all can this is clip up city right here, boy. You know what I mean? Shit, your boy is lit. Oh, goddamn. Foxy, you are a damn fool. I said what I said. We on the same page. Thrive and Glow with Joe. You know what it is. Shit, you know what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's great conversation. Great conversation. Okay, Thrive and Glow with Joe. Why you picking in your nose? Jimbo, don't be hyping up Joe and Triple. Bro, don't be, you know they gonna clip my shit up. They gonna clip my shit up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand look, man, on social media, man, I'm gonna say this here before I end this. We've been going 3 hours. I'm gonna say this here, man. You know, you ninjas lighten up, bro. I'm talking to you fellas. Dudes need to lighten up and you know, it's a whole big old world out there, man. Yeah, we got a lot going on in this world, but man, you gotta have fun while the fun is. You gotta have fun. You gotta lighten up. Quit being a hard head, bro. You know what I'm saying? Quit being a hard head. There's beautiful women in the chat right now. I got three beautiful women on the panel. We're talking, we're vibing, we're talking about life, we're talking about love and relationships. We talk about getting down. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, in proverbial speaking, I'm talking about laying down there. And we talk about all of that. You know what I mean? Talk about all of that. And once we get done with the, you know, it's gonna be like get off, get off the bullshit. Get off the bullshit. You know what I mean? Get off the bullshit.
They still stuck on the transactions.
They still stuck on the transaction. And like I said last night, Foxy, ninjas that are talking about transactions, whatever, they fucking lame, bro. You know what I mean? I don't even look at life like that. Jimbo, I don't look at life like that. You know what I mean? Shit. I said what I said. Go ahead.
I was gonna just tell him, y'all, it's his favorite subject, so you know he's
no, it's not. No, don't even play like that, Queen. Don't even play. You the one. Look, you the one that said it. Shit. I'll make it smile when he comes.
She won't lie.
She said, I'll make it smile. Shit.
She said, I'll go out there in the field if you want me to. I'll figure it out. If I don't know how to do it, somebody else I hire somebody else to do it.
Right.
Keep bringing the gifts and keep bringing whatever.
That's exactly what she said. She said, keep
service and gifts.
She said, I give you the service, you give me the gifts, I give you the service.
Exactly. I pay attention. Shit, I pay attention. Shit, I pay attention. All right, I'm finna end this mofo, man. I've had fun.
Y'all. The point is that it is Men's Mental Health Month. Are we in agreement?
Yes. But
it's
I
Men's
said what I
Mental
said.
Health Month.
I said what I said. I ain't trying to hear no damn crying.
Not at all.
That's exactly what I was gonna recommend. It's Men's Mental Health Month, but you know, don't get too mental. You know, don't get to crying and shit. Figure it out.
Crying and doing transactions and all that stuff. Come on now.
Crashing out and all of that. Stop all that crashing out and crying and shit. And you know, be a man. Suck it up. Suck it up, buttercup.
In a good way. Pause. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you know, it's good that you brought up this conversation. You opened up the bar. Finally. I'm pretty upset. I've already reached out to my girl. You know, Vaughn's not here, but it's okay. I'm glad you brought up this conversation. I'm glad you talked about it. You know, real conversations need to be talked about, you know, and there's, you know, we've talked about it. I know we've talked about it together, but yes, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of politics and all this shit. And it doesn't mean because we don't talk about the politics and we don't talk about the bull crap that's going on in the world. It doesn't mean that we're ignoring it. It doesn't mean that we don't see it. And it doesn't mean that we don't know it's going on around us, but we still have to live our lives and we still have to make do with what we've got, right? And so we're trying to just collaborate and come to terms and understand. And that's all we're doing. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you talking about the real crap that we're still dealing with in life. So I want to say that. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. But women, just keep in mind, service and gifting.
It's important.
It's very important, and it'll make everything else fall into place. If you focus on those two, then you know you'll get all 5 affirmations.
Yeah.
Clap the tea.
Okay, so I said what I said. That's it.
Well, that actually could go for men too. Yeah, if you do service and gifting, you know that really goes for anybody because you know life is too hard and complicated. Ain't nobody got time to try to go through them damn 5 love languages. Nobody has time for all of that. So if you just focus on two of them, you can get that accomplished. See, and service and gifting will get you the other three. That's all. They'll be talking to you. They'll be real persuasive. They'll be uh, they'll be more than likely to service you anytime you feel like being serviced. And you might possibly get a gift. I don't even know what the other affirmations is, but I just know if you focus on them two, everything, the love, all other love languages will fall in place.
Amen. Amen.
I'm just saying.
Okay, Foxy, it's on you. It's on you, love.
Well, I have to agree with what I said. Two of them love languages will make the others fall in line. One of them love languages I definitely need, but other than that, the other four will fall in line.
Wait. Hey, don't. Hey, what? Be specific. Be specific, Foxy. What's some love languages you definitely need? I want to know.
The service. I mean,
Yeah.
I need a service. I don't need a whole lot of talking. You can bring gifts all day long. Don't mean nothing if you don't give the service. I can buy my own gifts. I need service. You can't service, then, hey, we don't need us talking no more. But I mean, that's where I'm at this age and time. Now, back in the day, it'd been a different story. But now, at this age and time, I have, since I, like I said, when I married my husband, everything slowed down to a crawl. With respect and everything, and I didn't mind it. Now that I'm free, I'm back to being what I want. This is what I want. This is what I need, and that's it. I'm like I said, what I said. A whole lot of talking don't mean nothing to me. I need to see action and service.
Amen. Amen. Look. I want to end off by saying this. Joe, you're right. I did this live. I want to say shout out to you. Shout out to my boy Diesel for giving me the idea to come and have some fun tonight. And but I wanted to bring fun and bring it. I mean, there's a time for everything. A time for every purpose under heaven, right? So there's a time to have fun. This is, Saturday night is a time that we have fun. You know what I mean? And so this coming Wednesday, we're going to talk about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The social issues. Y'all tune in to me Wednesday, and we're going to talk about social issues. What's going on with the Carmelo Anthony case and what South Carolina and all that. I want all of y'all to join me Wednesday. But tonight, I want you guys to understand that, this chap, on Saturday nights with the bar, it's like having bar conversations. Y'all been at holes in the walls, Foxy, and I said what I said. Y'all know what holes in the walls scenery is all about. You know what I mean? Those conversations are lit in real hole in the wall conversations. If you're not having conversations, you're on the dance floor grinding.
True that.
You're grinding. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that's missing right now is grinding. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying to y'all is, I appreciate everybody coming through and having fun. I'm lit. Everybody's lit. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all came away with, fun, and I hope I made y'all's day. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? I hope y'all hit the like button. I hope y'all share. You know what I mean? Each and every one of these ladies are content creators. Thrive and Glow with Joe. Go and subscribe to Thrive and Glow with Joe. Subscribe to the Queen. I said what I said. Subscribe to the other Queen, Foxy to Roxy. And their co-hosts, all three of them, they do Off the Record. They talk about politics and so forth and so on. Y'all subscribe to each and every one of these content. I want to thank Real with his crazy ass for coming up here. You know what I mean? Real Odds and Evens. And I want to thank El Cid for coming up. And Mikasa Sukasa. If you guys want to come up, man, anytime I open up the bar, anytime I have my panel open, y'all come up. You know what I mean? So y'all who are listening in the background, in the bushes, so forth, so on, y'all are welcome. Come up. Foxy, I said what I said. Joe, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got something else before I end this damn thing? Y'all good?
No, I just want to thank everybody that gave out a super chat. The gold didn't move, but I think
we were
them, didn't you?
Yeah, we were too lit to I was too lit listening to y'all, paying attention to y'all or whatever. Because I pay attention. I said what I said.
Yeah, I see.
So you threw hey, Foxy, I said what I said, threw me off when I said, have that thing smile. She's like, oh yeah, I keep
I keep it smiling.
I like fuck that super chat.
I hate you, SBK.
He said, I keep it smiling.
That's why I want to come up here because he was trying to catch me up.
Man, I was like, man, if I paid attention to the chat, that super chat, I ain't trying to hear all that. And I said, bring your ass up here on the panel.
Yeah. Up here trying to get me caught up, huh?
You're talking about, I keep it smiling. Shoot, you want me to cook you something? You want me to go out there in the garden? She said, I go out there and till the field for you. She said, I can't do it. I said, damn.
Shut up.
I just do something. Look, Foxy, I just threw something out there. I was like, shit, man. When El Cid knew what she was doing, shit, no, some men can't keep it. I'm like, fuck that. I don't know what you talking about. Shit. I can only speak for myself, and that's the real deal Holyfield. And these hookers and hoes know how I feel. Shit. I've worked 4, 5, 6 jobs. That's not going to keep the soldier to not be in attention. Shit. And then she's like, and I'm like, shit. And then Foxy, you chimed in behind me, and then I said, shit. I said what I said something in the chat. I like, shit. It's like she said, oh no, Foxy I said what I said. You put a comment saying something about if he works, 2, 3 jobs or whatever, and works overtime, whatever. And I was like, shit, look, I'm with that. Shit, I do that now. Hell, as long as if I come home to you, make that thing, bend over and make that thing smile. And then you said what you said. I was like, oh shit, bring your ass up here. I'm all ears, just like hell. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Yeah, shit. Hell, I'm all ears. Anyway, man, I've had fun, man. This has made my week. You know what I mean? So y'all hit the like button.
This has been all for entertainment purposes. But y'all don't believe what we told y'all tonight.
I was a good woman. I was a good woman back in the day.
Do your own research.
Yeah, do your own research. I was a good woman back in the day.
You was a good woman only if you wasn't.
As long as I didn't get caught, I was a good woman.
Foxy, you a damn fool.
And I was a real good woman. I ain't have all them stories Foxy had, so yeah.
Hey, I was back there. I was wild.
And SBK, don't forget him either.
Look, hey, that was back in the day. I was wild.
You say he reformed too. And Black P, don't be scared, Black P. This just experience and entertainment purposes.
Hey, we just telling. Hey, don't fall in the.
We just truth telling.
Yeah, I was truth telling.
Truth telling squad.
Yeah, the truth. We just truth. We'll be a truth telling. So y'all can learn a thing or two. That's all. It's all for educational purposes. Educational and entertainment.
You see, we are not professional therapists. Yes, for entertainment purposes, we are not legal therapists.
But we do have some hood experience.
That part.
You damn right about that.
That part.
Shit. Foxy, you tripped me out. You said, shit, he cheated. Shit, nigga, I cheated too. Hell, shit.
Hey, well, good for the goose, good for the gander. I mean, why am I gonna sit back? Ooh, I want that type of woman. I'm gonna sit back and cry over you.
Damn.
You're a part-time lover, as far as I'm concerned. At that time,
Joe, put it in the chat. These are our confessions.
Oh my God. Oh shit. But I hope y'all look. All of y'all in YouTube land, I hope y'all hit the like button, hit the share button, man. Have fun. Y'all tune in to me. I'm going live Wednesday. I plan on going live Wednesday night around 7 p.m. And we're going to talk about the social injustices and what's going on in our country Wednesday. So y'all tune in to me Wednesday at 7 p.m. All right. So again, Foxy to Roxy, I said what I said. Thrive and Glow with Joe L. Sid. Real odds and ends. Thank y'all for coming up. Thank y'all, chat. One love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that share button. Your boy, SBK, is gone. Thank everybody for coming through. I will talk to y'all soon. And your boy, SBK, is gone.
Your voice belongs in this conversation. Thanks for supporting the SBK movement.
Your boy, SBK, is
like,
gone.
comment, subscribe. Grab your membership, be a part of the movement. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Your boy, SBK, is gone. And remember, your voice belongs in this conversation. I gone.